Siento que todo está bien, pero en verdad yo no sé si tú lo sientes también. Entonces quiero saber por qué desde que te vi yo vivo diferente. No me importa a mí lo que dice la gente, porque tú siempre la prendes candela. Te quiero a mi lado toda la vida, mi nena. La mano pegada y los pies en la arena. Pase lo que pase, baby, vale la pena, porque tú siempre la prendes candela. Te quiero a mi lado toda la vida, mi nena. La mano pegada y los pies en la arena. Pase lo que pase, baby, vale la pena. Nena loca, me tiene loco en la cabeza cuando me tocas. Siento que todo está bien, pero en verdad yo no sé si tú lo sientes también. Entonces quiero saber por qué desde que te vi yo vivo diferente. No me importa a mí lo que dice la gente, porque tú siempre la prendes candela. Te quiero a mi lado toda la vida, mi nena. La mano pegada y los pies en la arena. Pase lo que pase, baby, vale la pena. Ay, baby, yo te quiero. Es mentira todo lo que te dijeron. Sabes que mi amor por ti es verdadero. Yo te soy fiel, nena, yo te soy sincero. Juro que yo hago de todo pa' ti, como rábame todo de ti, y yo te doy todo de mí. Hay mujeres de todo pa' mí. Juro que yo hago de todo pa' ti, como rábame todo de ti, y yo te doy todo de mí. Hay mujeres de todo pa' mí. Desde que te vi yo vivo diferente. No me importa a mí lo que dice la gente, porque tú siempre la prendes candela. Te quiero a mi lado toda la vida, mi nena. La mano pegada y los pies en la arena. Pase lo que pase, baby, vale la pena. Yo no sé cómo lo hace, baby, déjame ser el que te complace. En mi mente corriendo base, me quedo contigo, pase lo que pase. Baby, espero que me ames, me tiene volando en el cielo como las aves. Ey, en el Pambinanes, todo un sueño el debo ya lo sabe. Juro que yo hago de todo pa' ti, como rábame todo de ti, y yo te doy todo de mí. Hay mujeres de todo pa' mí. Nena loca, me tiene loco en la cabeza cuando me tocas. Siento que todo está bien, pero en verdad yo no sé si tú lo sientes también. Entonces quiero saber por qué desde que te vi yo vivo diferente. No me importa a mí lo que dice la gente, porque tú siempre la prendes candela. Te quiero a mi lado toda la vida, mi nena. La mano pegada y los pies en la arena. Pase lo que pase, baby, vale la pena, porque tú siempre la prendes candela. Te quiero a mi lado toda la vida, mi nena. La mano pegada y los pies en la arena. Pase lo que pase, baby, vale la pena. Nena loca, me tiene loco en la cabeza cuando me tocas. Siento que todo está bien, pero en verdad yo no sé si tú lo sientes también. Entonces quiero saber por qué desde que te vi yo vivo diferente. No me importa a mí lo que dice la gente, porque tú siempre la prendes candela. Te quiero a mi lado prende candela. Te quiero a mi lado toda la vida, mi nena. La mano pegada y los pies en la arena. Pase lo que pase, baby, vale la pena. Yo no sé cómo lo hace, baby, déjame ser el que te complace. En mi mente corriendo base, me quedo contigo, pase lo que pase. Baby, espero que me ames, me tiene volando en el cielo como las aves. Ey, en el Pambinanes, lo buen sueño el debo ya lo sabe. Juro que yo hago de todo pa' ti, como rábame todo de ti. Y yo te doy todo de mí, hay mujeres de todo pa' mí. Nena loca, me tiene loco en la cabeza cuando me tocas. Siento que todo está bien, pero en verdad yo no sé si tú lo sientes también. Entonces quiero saber por qué desde que te vi yo vivo diferente. No me importa a mí lo que dice la gente, porque tú siempre la prendes candela. Te quiero a mi lado toda la vida, mi nena. La mano pegada y los pies en la arena. Pase lo que pase, baby, vale la pena, porque tú siempre la prendes candela. Te quiero a mi lado toda la vida, mi nena. La mano pegada y los pies en la arena. Pase lo que pase, baby, vale la pena. Nena loca, me tiene loco en la cabeza cuando me tocas. Siento que todo está bien, pero en verdad yo no sé si tú lo sientes también. Entonces quiero saber por qué desde que te vi yo vivo diferente. No me importa a mí lo que dice la gente, porque tú siempre la prendes candela. Te quiero a mi lado toda la vida, mi nena. La mano pegada y los pies en la arena. Pase lo que pase, baby, vale la pena. Ay, baby, yo te quiero. Es mentira todo lo que te dijeron. Sabes que mi amor por ti es verdadero. Yo te soy fiel, nena, yo te soy sincero. Juro que yo hago de todo pa' ti, como rábame todo de ti. Y yo te doy todo de mí, hay mujeres de todo pa' mí. Juro que yo hago de todo pa' ti, como rábame todo de ti. Y yo te doy todo de mí, hay mujeres de todo pa' mí. Desde que te vi yo vivo diferente. No me importa a mí lo que dice la gente, porque tú siempre la prendes candela. Te quiero a mi lado toda la vida, mi nena. La mano pegada y los pies en la arena. Pase lo que pase, baby, vale la pena. Yo no sé cómo lo hace, baby, déjame ser el que te complace. En mi mente corriendo base, me quedo contigo, pase lo que pase. Baby, espero que me ames, me tiene volando en el cielo como las aves. Ey, en el Pambinanes, lo buen sueño el debo ya lo sabe. Juro que yo hago de todo pa' ti, como rábame todo de ti. Y yo te doy todo de mí, hay mujeres de todo pa' mí. Nena loca, me tiene loco en la cabeza cuando me tocas. Siento que todo está bien, pero en verdad yo no sé si tú lo sientes también. Entonces quiero saber por qué desde que te vi yo vivo diferente. No me importa a mí lo que dice la gente, porque tú siempre la prendes candela. Te quiero a mi lado toda la vida, mi nena. La mano pegada y los pies en la arena. Pase lo que pase, baby, vale la pena, porque tú siempre la prendes candela. Te quiero a mi lado toda la vida, mi nena. La mano pegada y los pies en la arena. Pase lo que pase, baby, vale la pena. tiene loco en la cabeza cuando me tocas. Siento que todo está bien, pero en verdad yo no sé si tú lo sientes también. Entonces quiero saber por qué desde que te vi yo vivo diferente. No me importa a mí lo que dice la gente, porque tú siempre la prendes candela. Te quiero a mi lado toda la vida, mi nena. La mano pegada y los pies en la arena. Pase lo que pase, baby, vale la pena. Ay, baby, yo te quiero. Es mentira todo lo que te dijeron. Sabes que mi amor por ti es verdadero. Yo te soy fiel, nena, yo te soy sincero. Juro que yo hago de todo pa' ti, como rábame todo de ti, y yo te doy todo de mí. Ay, mujer, eres todo pa' mí. Juro que yo hago de todo pa' ti, como rábame todo de ti, y yo te doy todo de mí. Ay, mujer, eres todo pa' mí. Desde que te vi yo vivo diferente. No me importa a mí lo que dice la gente, porque tú siempre la prendes candela. Te quiero a mi lado toda la vida, mi nena. La mano pegada y los pies en la arena. Pase lo que pase, baby, vale la pena. Yo no sé cómo lo hace, baby, déjame ser el que te complace. En mi mente corriendo base, me quedo contigo, pase lo que pase. Baby, espero que me ames, me tiene volando en el cielo como las aves. Ey, en el Pambinanes, los buen sueños levo, ya lo sabes. Juro que yo hago de todo pa' ti, como rábame todo de ti.
Okay. And I'm hoping that we are good. Let me check some of my watchers. If you're watching in chat, go ahead and give us a shout and let us know if you can hear us and if we're good. If not, I will wait for someone to message me and tell me that we can't hear you.
I just look at it and it just still says it's still playing the music
Oh, is it?
and showing the thing. I think. Hang on, let me. Unless there's a different stream. No, it's the same one.
Yep. No,
So,
I see us on the thing.
no, that's good. Okay,
That
weird. But
That was
okay,
for you,
okay.
Callum.
No, it's not. Don't do that. You don't want to open that box. I have to remember who this character is. It's been a month. I don't even remember what they sounded like. I'm just
That-
like, wow, who am I playing today?
That's right. Saludos, programas, and welcome to El Juego, a Pathfinder 2E campaign. I am Adolfo the Nerdy Puerto Rican. Allow me to introduce the most important people in this shindig, and that is my players. So let's start with Mr. Wants to Miss a Month's a game. No, I'm kidding. Connor, go ahead and introduce yourself and your character.
Hello. Sorry, let me pause the live stream that I have going to make sure that I can hear things. Hi, I'm Connor. I'll be playing Ceniza. I don't remember how to do intros because I haven't been here in over a month, and I'm really, really sorry. But yeah, that's me. Hi.
All right, and then after that, let's jump over to our last minute addition, who was a trooper, who's joining us for just this one last month, and then hopefully we'll see him later in 2024. Callum.
Hello, I'm Callum. Use they them pronouns. I'm playing Pocketknife. He uses they, any.
All right, and then let us go to the person who apparently is having a earthquake in the bedroom. Alice, go ahead and introduce your character.
Hello, I'm Alice. I play your anxious girly Arietty, and that's it.
Okay. And then last but not least, Anna.
Hi, I'm Anna or Riley, whichever one you prefer. I use they them pronouns, and I'll be playing Trygve, the sorcerer elf who uses he they pronouns.
That's right. So, in our last episode of El Juego, a Pathfinder 2e campaign, the team of Arietty, Trygve, and Callum, they had entered the, or I should say, Arietty and Trygve had entered the house of the Professor, and there they did find Callum tied up. There were some shenanigans with an orc who thought that he was running the show, and they were able to find the diary that they had been hired to get. However, due to some shenanigans and Callum and Pocketknife acting like a cat, he activated a lift that brought him down into a mysterious chamber. Arietty and Trygve did follow suit, and the three of them find themselves pretty much in the dark, literally. So that will take us to Ceniza. So, Ceniza, you had gone with Laszlo last episode to go and look around to make sure that there were no other orcs about in the area. You all circle around and you don't find anything. And it's been a good little bit that you've gone around. As just to kind of remind everyone, the Professor's Casita was situated on a sea cliff, and to get there you had to cross through some very heavy, dense rainforest type environments. So the two of you bop around. You don't find anyone, and you feel like you've pretty much have expended all the searching that you can do. So Ceniza, what would you like to do?
I think it's nighttime-ish, correct? Am I remembering right?
It is starting to get to that nighttime. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Are we're still near enough to the casita? Yeah, like we could hear things potentially.
No. So the thickness of the rainforest is such that, like, as soon as you go maybe 2-3 feet in, it's just almost like a curtain of green that just stops you. Being from Boricobos, this is normal for you. Not that it was nighttime, but there was a storm that was pushing through. A heavy rainstorm. Which, as you are out in the woods, you actually do hear the sounds of heavy rain hitting on the leaves in the heavy tree coverage. And you feel that some rain is coming down, but it's not like when you're standing out in the open and a big heavy rainstorm comes in, you get drenched. It's just like where it was just dripping every once in a while, because it's a rainforest. It's like now kind of constant, and so you can definitely tell that this storm has come and has taken over the area.
Cool. I think in that case, Ceniza is going to stop like mid-stride and look up at Lazarus and say, we should get to shelter, because rain is bad for you. It's good for me, but bad for you. So let's find shelter. Yeah? So,
Lazarus agrees. Yes, let's do that.
Okay.
The two of you turn and head back to the casita?
Yes.
Okay.
That is my plan. That seems to be where the plot is, and I would like to go there.
All right. So you head back to the casita, and the front door is wide open, but it is like deathly quiet. Mind you, you do have a torrential. Now, since you've exited out of the rainforest, you have a torrential rainfall that is kind of taking up all of your hearing. Anyone that's ever been in like a super heavy torrential rainfall will know that it can sound like a freight train, almost. But yeah, you do see the casita through the rain, and you see the front door's open, and because there's wind, the door's kind of doing that like slow flapping, but you don't hear anything from the casita.
Suspicious. I'm going to say, okay. I'm going to go inside and check on the others. You stay here and guard the entrance, and that seems like a good idea, because I think that's what people would normally do, right? And not waiting for an answer, just, like, drop and scurry,
Okay.
like, Gollum-like into the darkness.
Okay, so you scurry into the darkness, and you find yourself in an entry room. There is a doorway, an open doorway in the north wall area. This entry room, you find just like stacks and stacks and stacks of books. This house, you can tell that it was not built by people that are native to Boricobos, because there's a fireplace and there's other, let's say, Eastern European homing accoutrement,
Right.
as you would, that you don't see in like Caribbean hot environment settings, so like the windows, the windows have curtains and full panes of glass. There's a fireplace. However, there's stacks of books everywhere, and like even like in the fireplace is being used as storage for these books. The only odd thing that you see is some rope is on the floor. And it does look like some of the books that have been knocked over.
Okay. I don't think I know what a book is, and I don't think I ever want to figure out what a book is, but I definitely want that rope. So I'm going to take that rope, and I think I'm going to investigate it as an investigator, if I can remember how to play my class.
Sure. Go ahead and give me the... I know you get a +1 bonus on a thing.
I do. I'm actually... Hi, little boy. Come here. Sorry. It's cuddle time, and he's angry. So I'm going to pursue a lead.
Okay.
Is that the first? I have to get my action economy correct. I think that's what I want to do. Yes. I'm going to pursue a lead. So I'm going to spend 1 minute examining the clues of one potential clue, or details of one potential clue, designating the subject related to the clue, designating the subject related to that clue as the target of your active investigation.
Okay.
So I'm going to say, what's up with this rope?
All right.
So I'm going to do that thing. I get a... Well, that sucks. So that's a 3 plus whatever my perception is, which is 8. So that's 11.
Okay. So you don't hit the target DC for this investigation. As I had said earlier in the before the game started, where in Pathfinder, it's not just a pass or fail, it's different. It's actual different degrees of passing and failing. So in this situation, you don't hit the target DC, so you do fail. You have a 50-foot coil of hemp rope.
Nice. Mine now. Okay, cool. Well, then moving on from there, I think I don't want to beat the dead horse, but I would like to say that the mystery I'm trying to solve is, where did my friends go?
Okay.
So I'm going to... Is this like the main room, like I came in the entryway and we're in this
Yeah, it's
like big living space.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then there, like I said, there's an open doorway to the in the north wall.
Okay. Yes, I'm gonna go in there.
Okay.
I still have my sun rod, which is one of my alchemical boopadoops that I made.
Yep.
Like 2 months ago. So I still have that going. So I'm gonna use that as kind of like a flashlight glow stick torch kind of thing.
Dig it.
And I'm just gonna move forward into the gloom. One hand with rope, one hand with the sun rod.
Dig it. So you enter a hallway. The hallway goes to the east and to the west. It's, again, it's a very house-type hallway. The walls, however, are just littered with all different types of pictures and diagrams and this, that, and the other. And they're not all necessarily like framed. Some are just like, stuck up with tacks and whatnot. And very like sporadic, kind of like that conspiracy board from Always Sunny, that meme.
Yes,
I
got it. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a doorway to the west. The hallway does go to the east, and then it turns. You see that it turns north. Go ahead and give me like a perception, search, perception, investigation. What you got?
Natty 20.
Natty 20. All right.
Yeah.
So, with this success, you're able to see that on the ground, especially because you are, down on the ground, you see that there is a very prominent film of dust on the ground. And you see that the tracks actually lead to the west and then around the corner of the hallway. With your success, you are able to see that multiple peoples have utilized this hallway. To your eyes, you count at least 5 bipedal humanoids.
Okay. In that case, with that, I'm going to stash the sun rod into like the folds of my foliage cloak, right? So I'm going to move forward in darkness. I have dark vision, double low light vision.
Okay.
No, just low light vision.
Triple
Sorry.
secret low light vision.
I don't know what it is. I have low light vision. I just have it twice on my sheet because of reasons, and it's fine. So I'm going to, move forward, attempting to be as stealthy as possible, staying as low to the ground. And when I get to the corner, I'm going to try and poke my head around the corner, to see if I can see anything down the next hallway.
Okay. So you do this. If you want to go ahead and give me a stealth roll, you can go ahead and give me a stealth roll.
I do.
All right.
Okay, so that is... No, stop it. 17... Is there a stealth? There is a stealth. So that's a 23 total.
Okay. So you stealthily crawl along the floor. You get to where the hallway turns. You look around the corner. Again, dead silence. The only thing you hear is the sound of the rain outside hitting the house and the winds blowing. Of course, because the front door is open, you can still faintly hear the of the front door. But you don't hear anything else. You do, and as I said, the footprints do go around, and it looks like they go. You see that there's a doorway, like hard right. From where you are. As a matter of fact, when you poke your head over, you are able to poke your head and you look in, and you do see there is like a kitchen, like a dining room situation, right? This dining room, it has a doorway. It has a door, I should say, on the north wall. This door appears that it does lead to the outside because it is wide open, and also because the wind is like, right? In this dining room, you see that there's a large table, and this looks as if people have been in here, and there has been, like, dare I say, struggle in here. You see on the dining room table that there's papers all like flutz around. What would you like to do?
Okay. I'm gonna move into that room then, if it seems like coast is clear, and I'm gonna do my bestest to. How do I want to do that? I think what I want to do is I want to try and mentally recreate what happened here and try and isolate if there's 5 sets of prints. I want to see how many are my friends and how many are not my friends, and see if I can know specifically who came in first and where they went, and then who the second group was and where they went.
Okay. Go ahead and give me like an investigation or perception or intelligence check. If you have a skill that synthesizes with that, you can use that bonus.
Okay, so I rolled an 18. I'm going to do my +1 for pursue a lead because I'm still trying to find my friends. Yep. And then that would be. Remember how this all works. Do I just add my intelligence to that? Yeah.
So I believe you add your intelligence bonus to that.
Whenever you attempt a perception or skill check to investigate a designated subject, I'm going to just add my perception because that seems.
Take it.
Right there. That's under offense for reasons. I guess that's an 8. So that's a 19. So that's a 27.
Okay. So with a 27, and you had spent enough time with your friends back at Carmen's, and you kind of like did the thing where you sized them up, size their what they wear and this, that, and the other. So you are able to see that it does appear that Arietty, Trygve have been in here. At least that is what you're deducing by the boot marks and by certain other like things that you see, like the way that papers are laid out, and just going off of what the time spent with each person, their mannerisms, if you will. You do see that there the third set of footprints is the third and the fourth set of footprints are completely strange for you. However, the fourth set of footprints, they're boot prints. They look like well-made boot prints. So you would deduce that it's someone that is skilled. Because the third set of footprints, it looks more like broken boot type situation, So that's that. Also, as you investigate, as you go by the door that's open that leads outside, you see that there's a stone path. So the backyard of the Casita is the part that heads out to the cliff, the edge of the cliff. And you see halfway between the edge of the cliff and the Casita, you do see that there's a very nice stone path that leads to a gazebo. On said gazebo, you do see a piece of paper kind of stuck on the gazebo.
Cool. I'm going to book it over and grab that paper and see if I ever remembered how to read. I think I know how to read. I think that's part of my character. So I will read it. Okay.
Who wrote the note for Ceniza and Lazarus? Trygve, go ahead and tell us what the note said.
The note is literally just a note that I guess very roughly. There's not really a lot of context on the note. It's just that it gives instructions on how the gazebo works and how to get down, and just like we're here or something like that. So it's not a lot of context. Just like how to find the rest, basically.
Got it. Is it like just a pull the lever crunk kind of elevator?
Yep.
Yeah, it's on the note it says like there's like a little sort of coil, a little snake on the ground. You have to turn it, and then it just will go down.
Yeah, so the two snakes are facing each other.
Yeah, you have to.
Snakes facing each other.
I like it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to put the note in the folds of my cloak, and I'm going to scurry on the outside of the building, tell Lazarus what's going on,
Okay.
and say, you stay here, I'm gonna go check on them, and then I'm gonna back over,
Okay. So
and then do the thing.
So amidst this just going back and forth really quick, Ceniza, for you, this gazebo actually, you have seen it before, right? You have seen this type of structure before, this type of, like the stone path, and then the gazebo. It's all made out of stone. There's an inset into the ground. There's a disc of stone, and then there's pillars, 4 pillars that come up. That you have seen before on the islands, right? The thing that kind of threw you off is that it has a roof, like a dome roof, right? And then the other thing that throws you off is that the carvings are very foreign to you. They're not of like to the gods of like Ataba or Guacano or any of those. It's all very serpenty. Even like in the note where it says turn the one snake so the 2 snake heads are facing each other. That's like that like throws you off. So it's kind of like a type thing.
Do I know what a snake is?
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Snakes are native to the island.
Snakes are native to the island. As a matter of fact, the Quetzalcoatl are native to the area. And there are different kinds. But you know those as almost like godlike, nice creatures, right?
Right.
So again, very very odd what's going on.
Okay.
So you scurry back to the gazebo. What would you like to do?
I think I'm gonna go snakes. Why'd it have to be snakes? I'm gonna make them do the thing, so that way I can go down.
So you move the 2 snakes, and the stone plate starts to lower down in the ground. It starts slowly, and then speeds up, right? And it's almost like a freight elevator from hell for like the next few feet, and you go down and you think like 70 feet, right? And then all of a sudden it like an amusement park ride kind of catches itself and then slowly levitates down, and you find yourself in a dark room with your 3 friends in front of you.
Yay!
So
I solved the puzzle.
Arietty, let's start with you. Go ahead and describe what Arietty looks like. You're muted.
I double mute because anxiety is real. Okay. So she's rather disheveled at this point. So she's your halfling friend. Red hair up in a clip, but I think most of it is kind of escaping from the clip at this point. Yeah. So I think, that's it. Just like, oh wow, you're here.
What clothing is Arietty wearing?
Oh, loose clothing. Yeah, it's for ease of movement.
Okay. All right. Trygve. You see Trygve there? Yay! Trygve, go ahead and describe what your character looks like.
Yeah, the Trygve is about 6 foot tall, has like a sort of grayish skin with longer dark blue hair, and like one side is like a little braid. Wears completely like dark clothing, completely black, like a cloak as well, and like fingerless gloves that looks to be hand knitted. And has on his right eye and like in the bridge of a nose like a scar that goes across, and the right eye actually looks damaged. It doesn't it clearly looks like it's not functioning. And yeah, they look a little relieved that Ceniza is here, but also annoyed that they're here in the first place. But yeah.
Okay. And Ceniza, you see a third person, a stranger. Strange third person. Please describe what you look like.
That is a great question. Do I remember how I described Pocketknife a month ago? Absolutely not. Okay. 5'9", but if you ask, they're 6. Elf, also grey-skinned, with long-ish down to shoulder length hair, but it's kind of very neatly tied behind, which is, I think, grey. It's also grey-skinned, has purple, like, gem-like eyes, and is dressed in kind of very tight-fitting performance wear. So, as if they had walked off the set of a play or from the circus. It's like got a very tight-fitting undershirt and pants, but has like a kind of slightly frilly shirt of neutralish, of like brownish colours, and it's got a bit of a collar. Yeah, and that's Pocketknife.
Yeah, you remember. Arietty, Trygve, and Pocketknife. As you all kind of have been standing, it's only been a few moments since the three of you have come down into this room that's pitch black. When from behind you down where in the area where you all came in, the same like lift situation, you hear the lift activating again, and as you all turn around, you see Ceniza. Ceniza, describe what your character looks like, please.
So, imagine like a smaller version of Teenage Groot, but like charred black and just kind of emaciated, like mangrove tree looking. She's got patches of like ashen gray mixed in with the darkness of the bark. She's wearing a cloak that's made out of like leaves and moss and more vibrant like greenish colors to kind of cover up her relatively, kind of duskwalker-y vibe undead plant look. She's got big old brown eyes, and she has what I would like to think would be an adorably scary little mouth. And she just kind of raises a hand awkwardly and goes, "Hi guys, who's that?"
This is the person that got us here.
Well, hello. My name is Pocketknife. And yours would be...
I'm Ceniza. Please be nice to my friends, or I will eat your hands.
I've been perfectly pleasant to your companions. And it seems that we have stumbled across quite a discovery.
Indeed. So, the four of you find yourself in a room. The air's heavy with humidity, but the climate is cool. Echoing off the walls, the sound of breaking waves can be heard. With each crash, the air moves like a breathing animal. The floor, walls, and ceiling are damp and drippy. The smell of salt water and receded ocean tide fills your noses. The room is pitch black, with no light source save from the broken sunbeams coming from the hole in the ceiling of the lift that you came from. From what you can, the other thing that you can tell without starting any exploration is that this room appears to be man-made, or humanoid-made, I should say. So we are going to go into exploration mode, which is a mode in Pathfinder. Beep, bop, boop, bop, beep. So I would, if everyone could just give me a soft initiative roll. If you have any, for this initiative roll, if you have any, like, you can, any bonuses to investigation, any bonuses to perception, if you have anything special that says while you're exploring you get a bonus, circumstantial bonus, blah blah blah, you can add that.
I'm guessing because initiative is perception. Should
Yep.
I get a -1? Unless, I mean, I'm guessing it's visual anyway.
You know what? For you, you can actually. I will allow you to add your listening
Okay.
bonus, since this is exploration, not like combat.
Doesn't matter. I rolled a 2, so.
Okay, good stuff. Good stuff.
That's an 8 total.
Arietty, what'd you get?
21.
Ceniza, what'd you get?
21? 21.
Okay, between Arietty and Ceniza, who has the higher perception bonus?
That's +6.
Plus 8.
Okay, so Ceniza goes first. And then assuming Pocketknife.
17.
Yep, alright. Thought so. Okay, so the reason why we do this is just it kind of controls the chaos a little bit. So, but this doesn't mean that that game-wise, thematically, that your character is waiting for another character to do something, etc. Unless you state that. So, all right. So we're gonna start with Ceniza. What would you like to do to start off this exploration?
Do I have 1 minute?
Yeah.
Cool. Then I'm going to use that minute to pursue a lead and detail my next investigation. Which what I'm going to do is I'm going to look specifically for what is this place? Is like my big question.
Okay.
To pursue that lead. I think visually I'm going to look, kind of stand in one spot. I have my sunrod out again, which will give us
Excellent.
20 feet of bright light and then 40 feet of dim light.
Okay.
And I'm just going to kind of spin in a circle and kind of take in the overall look of the room, and then use that as I can then help another creature later on with my clue in feature if they're also doing a similar thing.
Excellent. So then, so when you light up your sunrod, all of you do see that this room is 15 feet by 20, 15 feet wide by 20 feet long. The ceiling is 15 feet high. So your sunrod pretty much encompasses the entire room. In the southeast corner of the room, beams of broken light softly illuminate the area that the lift came down through. On the northeast wall, a doorway can be seen. This and again, this room does appear as if it has been created by hand, not by nature. Arietty. So Ceniza is kind of, doing a slow. Took out their sunrod. Is doing a slow look around. When they take out the sunrod, you see what I've described. What would you like to do?
I want to see if there's. I'm gonna search. I'm gonna use. I'm looking for, like, a lever or a brazier or something, because I love that we have the sunrod, but I'm looking for a way for more light.
Okay. All right. So Ceniza, I need you to make me a investigation roll. Arietty, I need you to make me a search roll. Whatever is comparable with that. Here, I don't have the list of skills in front of me, unfortunately. I think it's like perception or whatever the case may be. I'll grab the book later. Moving over to Pocketknife. So Pocketknife. Ceniza has pulled out a sunrod and is kind of, doing a slow look around. You see Arietty is starting to search around for something. Unless, Arietty, do you want to exclaim that I'm searching for another light, or are you just going to start searching?
I'm just going to start searching.
Okay.
What an impressive rod you have. I am going to pull out a torch and light it with my flint and steel.
Okay, all right. So that
Because
will
I've got an inventory.
Yep.
I better use it while I've got it.
perfect. So then we're gonna say that's for the 1 minute that it takes Ceniza to do the thing and for Arietty to do the search. While that's going on, you are lighting your torch. And finally, Trygve.
And I've got dark vision, so I'm not too bothered about finding light currently. I'm more worried about the fact in the house there was magic in the walls, apparently. And now we're in some sort of underground thing, so I'm gonna do what I do a lot. This whole exploration thing is detect magic. So-
Okay.
Do you have dark vision or low light vision?
No, I've got dark vision.
Okay.
So, I mean, it says on my sheet at least.
I've only got low light.
No, I got dark vision. So yeah, so there you see the shadows, like them doing the hand gestures and like the words, and the shadows sort of fall off and spread out into space, and then
Excellent.
either dissipate or come back depending on whether there is magic or not.
Excellent. Okay. All right. So, Ceniza, what was your investigation roll?
15.
Okay. And then Arietty, what was your search roll?
Oh, it was a nat 20.
A nat 20. Okay. So, Ceniza, do you need me to give you the base description of what you all saw again? You good? You got it? Okay. So, with your 15, you see the following. The walls actually appear to be carved/shaped into reptile scales. In the middle portion of the wall is a carved relief approximately 3 feet wide that wraps around the entirety of the room. The scales in the wall relief all appear to flow one way, the scales appearing as if it was a giant snake. The characters in the relief appear to be snake-like humanoids, along with huge, bulbous creatures with multiple eyes and tentacles. The flow of the snake and the reliefs goes towards the doorway to the northeast and appears to continue out continues out that doorway. On the wall, adjacent to the area that the lift came down, you see there is an odd panel with the same snake markings as operated the lift upstairs. Arietty, with your 20, you get this. As you search around, and you see all the things that I have described as well to Ceniza, you see that there's an ancient language carved into the relief work. It appears to be that this relief is a recorded history. There's a mix of humanoid serpents working with huge beasts with 5 eyes and 5 tentacles. The walls farthest from the doorway in the northeast appear to be some. You recognize there appear to be maps carved, and you recognize the maps as it appears to be Galarian, along with some other continents along with it. As the reliefs get closer to the door, you see that the art changes, right? And as it gets closer as it gets to the door, you see that there's a relief where there's a dragon that is cutting the continents that you recognize of Galarian and these other continents in half. And along the way, it appears that the reliefs are marking a story of a rise of an empire and a civilization of these humanoid snakes and these multi-eyed, bulbous, tentacled things. But you don't find any other lights. Pocketknife, you light your torch, and Trygve, as your shadows go out searching for magic, Mechanically, you don't find any magic. Mechanically, as the spell states, right? You do not detect magic. Thematically, however, you get like you get back this buzzing in your body, like even though no magic was detected, everything around you is magic or has been touched by magic or something like that. You know, and the way it coalesces in you, it's if you've ever taken a shot of like a cinnamon liqueur, where like your body feels fine and all of a sudden you get like tinglies, and you know, like from your head to your down your body, it just kind of like that's the feeling that you get. But again, mechanically, you do not detect magic.
Yeah, there's no, okay. Just more that's been touched by magic at
Yes.
some point. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
What do we want to do?
Oh man, it really said we shouldn't open it, right? You told me that.
It did say that. I was not the one to open it, though. Looks at Pocketknife.
I saw no such warning.
And you should use your eyes.
Well, I don't know. Look at all this. Like, I can't read that. And I'm gonna gesture to like the ancient language.
Is that the same language that was up on that was the ancient Elfish?
No, it is different.
Okay, so I cannot read it.
No. It is, and with now that Arietty has pointed it out, everyone does see the reliefs and the relief carvings, and what I described, and the language. Does anyone speak Aklo?
No.
Then it looks like a whole bunch of gibberish.
But the maps of civilization, it's originally the earlier ones. We don't recognize the land masses.
There are land masses that you would recognize as Galarian.
Okay, so
However,
it doesn't predate like Galarians showing up on our Earth.
No, not that you think. The thing that's different is that along with the land masses that look like Galarian, there are other land masses on carved in the area. For lack of a better term, it kind of looks like if you look at a map of Earth from right before the huge continental split that gave us our continents as we see them now, you can tell like what continents are going to become. If you look at that map, you can tell what continents are going to become Africa, what continents are going to become, you know, yada yada yada. That's the type of situation that you're dealing with. Except it is more clear. You know, these land masses. Well, that looks like Cheliax, and that looks like this. However, there's like to the south west. There's land masses that don't fit. Until you get down towards the doorway, and there's that one relief of the dragon very clearly cutting the two apart, and then that appears like, okay, that's a map of Galarian, and that's another thing. However, Ceniza, the other land masses, you recognize those as the archipelago of Boricobos, and then the distant land of Kaboa.
Cool. Then yeah, Ceniza's just gonna point with fingers like that to those. Like, I know those. I know that. We're there. We're on that one right there. And that one over there, that's somewhere else. But I know those two. I'm important.
There seems to be a great bit of history here. Perhaps we shall investigate the rest of this place.
I don't know
to
if you
check
guys.
for safe passage, so that other historians could come and investigate. I think it is a moral obligation of ours, for the furtherment of knowledge, to investigate this place fully.
Are we missing like the multi-eyed monsters on these reliefs? Like, am I the only one who is looking at these and thinking maybe, I don't know, this is not great?
Yeah,
They're right there.
Huh.
I see them.
Well, it did. There was a warning upstairs, so it.
There
would
are
make
monsters
sense.
everywhere on our world. Does that just stop us from leaving our houses each day?
Does not, but it does not mean we have to
Look,
seek
it's just-
danger.
Just dark and spooky down here, okay?
I got my stick though.
We have a very glowy stick. We have this torch. You are accompanied by an expert in the unknown.
An expert?
Who-
Who's
who
the
would that
expert?
be?
Is that you, Trygve?
Me, I'm
Oh.
the expert in getting into trouble.
Oh.
Oh, yes, that you certainly are. Yes.
Yeah.
I like them. They're cool.
All right. So
I know.
what would we like to do?
I would like to search for traps.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a search roll.
Let me do math. 21.
Okay.
I'm specifically keeping the concentration up of traps. Not telling anyone I'm doing this. I'm doing this just secretly to myself.
Okay.
And then I'm probably going to go, wow, that does seem to be a door is the only way to go.
Indeed, the doorway is the only way to go. Pickpocket, you do not, as you scan and look about, you don't see any traps. Yeah,
Is there a door? Is it just an archway?
it's an archway. And as I described, the way that the stone is carved, it's seamless to look as if it's a snake. Heading, but yeah, there is just a door, archway.
Would anyone like to go first?
Why don't you go first? This is your
My
idea,
pleasure.
All right, pickpocket. You go in the hallway first. So the hallway goes down 15 feet, right? And the to your left and to your right, you have enough room that you are able to walk comfortably. The ceiling is actually more like 8 feet high, right? It's still following that carving pattern that I had described in the other room. You do notice that the yeah, I'll give you this with the trap check. You do notice that as you're scanning that the reliefs on the north wall, so the reliefs to your left, they all, the landmasses that show up on those reliefs are Galarian. The reliefs on the right wall, which would be the south wall, all the landmasses that are showing on that on the relief are what Ceniza described as "we're here," which would be Boricbos and Koboa, but I don't think she actually called it by the name yet. So the hallway does end after 15 feet because it looks as if the ceiling has collapsed or something has collapsed. So there's a whole bunch of rubble that's blocking the way. You do see, though, that just before that blockage, on the north wall to your left and on the south wall to your right, there are holes in the wall.
See? If we had not explored this path, we would not know that there has been a collapse, and some young historians or adventurers would come here and might risk the roof falling down on them.
It could still fall down.
Yes, but
So you're telling us that we need to leave?
no, not at all.
Okay.
So who all's in the hallway now?
I would have followed as well.
Okay. All right. So you all notice that the holes on the north wall and on the south wall, they do appear to they don't appear as if they were built. It appears like something broke through. What would you like to do? Yeah.
To the corridor, so that the rubble shows that that whatever broke through came from the other side of the.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow. Anyone have a coin?
Why?
Pocketknife flips a coin. We'll go left.
Okay. So you go to the north corridor. As you look in, are you all just walking in, or are you looking down the north corridor first?
I'm looking around, I guess.
Okay. You're looking around.
Trying to
All
be
right.
Still
more
looking for
careful.
traps, but I am just going to walk down that corridor.
Okay. So the corridors, both the corridors to the north and the south, actually, I should say the hall, these, they look like they are not man-made. They look like that they have been worn out by waves, as you find that these appear to be hallways in like an underground cavern type situation. Again, everything is damp, everything is wet. I'm not going to say the M word. I know people don't like the M word.
Would we be able to inquisite that these will flood?
Give me a nature roll.
Oh, that's an 18.
Okay, so a pickpocket, as you're standing in the northern tunnel, and you look around and you see that there do appear to be flora and fauna indicative of underwater, that should be underwater, and that everything is wet. You do think that. And also with the sounds of the waves are are still echoing. You do think that that's a safe bet that this might flood at some point.
Do I know when the tide is due?
With your nature roll, that you do not get, just for the simple fact that because you've been stuck tied up in the house for so long, and now you're underground, like your sense of time is completely like knockered.
I don't know what day it is. Great.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Lovely. Well, I'm going to keep that information to myself.
Fair.
Okay.
I have a thing that Ceniza would do.
Yes.
Real quick.
Yes.
So Ceniza's definitely picking up the back, mainly to make sure that Arietty does in fact follow the group and does not run back.
Okay.
But since we're going in the north tunnel, what Ceniza's going to do real quick is take some of the rocks that are, like fist-ish size, and make a line of them across the way on the south opening.
I got
They
it. I gotcha.
like form like a little baby trip wall, right?
Yeah. Yep.
And
I
then
gotcha.
put a single, like a little stack of like 3 rocks on the corner of the north one that shares the corner with the corridor where we just came from. So almost like a trail marker, so that way
Got
if we do have to run or whatever, we know that's a right turn to get out. And then block the other way, so if something does trip over them, we'll hear it, but also a don't run straight through, go that way.
Okay.
But not enough to impede the way or be a visual thing,
Okay.
if that's allowed. Real quick.
Yep. And Ceniza, as you do that, you as you are picking up rocks and whatnot, you do notice that the rocks are instead of like actual chunks of rock, you're picking up like chunks of coral and chunks of rocks that have been washed by the ocean. So you are cemented that you are, and also where the casita was, you're pretty cemented in your mind that you are in an underground cave network that's right on the ocean shore. So
is the coral? Is there a piece that I could bring like as chalk?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then I'm gonna do a big arrow with a right-hand turn on the ground as well. If there's like flat enough stone for that, I'm gonna keep that coral with me as a little chalky thing.
Arietty, did you want to do anything else?
No. No. I'm gonna follow. I'm not loudly protesting.
Okay.
But there is a lot of like...
Are you harumphing?
A little bit.
Okay.
A little bit. There's a little, like... I'll, like, trip over myself and be like... you know. That kind of thing.
Okay. And then, Trygve, are you doing anything else?
Just looking for anything that could, like, indicate danger.
Okay.
As we're walking, just, like, keeping an eye and an ear out.
Okay. Okay. Cool. That is not what I wanted to do.
Are we having to like climb or crawl through, or is it?
I was just about to describe that for you. So currently, this hallway is big enough to fit everyone's single file, and you can walk standing straight up. You do, again, because it is naturally formed by water. The walls, the ceiling, and the ground are not flat and plumb. You know, they're rocky. I shouldn't say rocky, but they're very uneven. Not jagged, but like the walls and the ceiling, definitely more. You see that there are like little inset croppings where there's like a bunch of coral that's like closed up because it's currently not underwater, type situation. The ground is in such a way that if you're just walking normally, you're fine, but if you're going to start doing any hurried movement, you would have to make a dex check, because again, it's uneven and it's very wet. The northern wall, you do see the northern wall, the northern hallway. The northern hallway does extend going north 25 feet. At the end of the hallway, you actually see that there is a bunch of stone that is glowing naturally. It's given off like a softer blue type glow. So as you get closer, it's brighter, but where you are, had you not had the sunlight, the sun torch and the regular torch, it would be a low light type situation. At the end of the hallway, you do see that the hallway does naturally swing to the right, swing to the east. However, it swings in like an upward. You have to like climb up. Looks like 5 feet.
We are not running parallel to the corridor that we were standing in. Like the collapse. So the collapsed corridor is going a different direction to where this corridor is going.
Yes, the collapsed corridor is like this. You are currently here.
Yeah. Okay.
Hallway.
And the only way, when we get to the end of the corridor, the only thing is to go upwards.
Yes.
You said you go up as like a climb, or is it more like a just like a slope?
It's more like a slopey. The best I can describe it is like when you're at the seashore. Like it's an area that you can either step up or you can kind of like climb up. But you could step up.
How long would it take me to run down to the other end and through the other corridor?
So the corridor that you came from, this corridor, it was only 5 feet wide, so it literally is just running, in essence, through one door and out the other. So it would only take a moment.
I think I would like to pop my head down the other corridor to see what that looks like.
Okay. And then...
Unless anyone wants to stop me.
No, Trygve's coming with you more because they don't trust you.
Ceniza?
If we're close to where those glowy rocks are, I want to check out them glowy rocks.
Arietty?
I'm gonna stick with Ceniza.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just to clarify and to be clear, the glowy rocks are at the end of the north hallway, and Trygve and Pocketknife are going to run and check out the south hallway. Right?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. So we are going to start with Ceniza and Arietty because y'all rolled the higher exploration thing. So you walk down the hallway to the glowing rocks. The rocks are glowing rocks. And to your right, you do see that there is a little bit of a step up, like a 5-foot step up, and that it looks like the hallway does continue down. As you have continued down or up the hallway, the sounds of the waves crashing have gotten a little bit louder, as if you might be getting closer to the source. Unless you actually stop and focus your hearing, it's hard to figure out just because of the echoing bouncing off. Trygve, are you still with us?
No, they left real quick. They'll be right back.
Okay.
I did have a question about the glowing rocks.
Yes, by all means, yes.
What color are they?
A light blue. Yes. So if you would like to make an investigation roll on or a nature check on the
Yeah.
or an chemical check on the rocks, by all means.
I also want to see if, because I know it's a glowing rock, but is it in any a specific formation or something that looks like it could be trying to give information of some sort.
So y'all just make your rolls, and let me go back to Pocketknife and Trygve, and then we'll come back to y'all. So Pocketknife and Trygve. So you turn around, you walk south, you enter back into the snake hallway. Let's call it the snake hallway for ease, and then out the other into the other hall, the other hallway, the other cavern. You see it's the same type of situation as the north. It appears that this is a naturally carved hallway. The floors, walls, ceiling, all uneven. It all appears that there is marine life that should be underwater, stuck to the walls and whatnot, in all sorts of states of stasis, I guess you could say. I don't know if you've ever seen coral. When the tide goes out, it shuts in on itself, and then when the tide comes in, it opens back up and is all this hallway extends only 15 feet, and then it opens up into a bigger room. Did you want to continue into the bigger room or just the hallway?
Well, first of all, now that I see there's coral on the wall, can I do some logic thinking and figure out that there's probably going to be water in these hallways at some point? The information that Pocketknife didn't share.
Sure. Go ahead and give me a nature check. Yep. Go ahead and give me a nature check.
Okay, I'm not great at that. 13.
Okay. Because of the dampness, because of the flora and fauna that's around you, and because of the way that the hallway is made, carved, if you will, You do think that is a strong possibility. However, you're not well versed in like tides and underwater caverns and that, so you can't, but if you would hedge your bets, you would say yes.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, that's worrying.
Just to clear up, at the end of this corridor, it's not going up like the other one.
No, the end of this corridor, the south corridor, opens up into a grotto. Let's call it.
Okay. And it's I was gonna say there's no like glowy things around here.
No. Coming from the grotto, you do see a soft blue light kind of coming from the grotto, and going off of the blue rock, the blue glowing rock that you saw in the north tunnel. You think that there might be another glowing rock in that grotto, but it's not enough to fully it's enough to illuminate and let you know that the hallway opens up into a bigger room, but not enough to illuminate what's in this grotto.
Well, I mean, I have dark vision.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I should be able to see it. And I think Pocketknife has a torch anyway, so.
You're right. So are you walking the 15 feet to where it opens up into the room, or are you? Okay. All right.
Okay.
I mean, like I said before, I am looking and listening for anything that I feel like could indicate danger.
Got it.
But I'm going closer to the.
Pocketknife.
I think Pocketknife turns to talk to Trygve about bringing the others, and then Trygve just goes, and I'm like,
You were probably
Sure.
on his wrong side, so like he didn't even see you turning to.
That's great.
looks back down the other corridor and was like,
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll be fine, and follows Trygve.
All right. So the hallway opens up to a naturally made grotto. The dimensions of this room, this grotto, is 25 feet wide by 20 feet long, in almost like a rounded shape. The ceiling is 15 feet high, with some rock formations covered in coral and seaweed, of course, hanging down from the ceiling and the walls and whatnot, much like the hallway that you came from. Towards the southeast, it appears that there's another wide opening. This opening appears to be about 10 feet wide, and you do see that there does appear to be sunlight coming from that opening. That is the opening in the southwest. In the northeast, you see that there is another opening in the wall. This opening appears to be 10 feet up off the ground, though, so you would have to climb up and to go through that opening. The only other two things of note in here is you do see that there are two rock formations that jut up 5 feet from the ground. The first rock formation is towards the center of the room. The second rock formation is towards the middle of the east wall, let's call it. And again, the rock formations do jet up 5 feet from the ground. So that's the only thing of note that's in here.
Okay, did you say the glowing thing? That was just the whole thing itself, or is that just...
So the glowing, when you look to your right, hang on one second. Yeah. When you look to your right, you do see that there's an outcropping of this glowing rock. that is glowing blue. But now that you are looking in the room, you do see in the southwest there is that opening, and it does appear like sunlight is just coming in. It's not enough to illuminate further into the room, but you do see what appears to be sunlight coming from that southwest corridor, that southwest opening.
Sunlight.
Yep. It does also sound like the wave sounds are getting louder from that southwest corridor, that southwest opening. And then again, there is the opening on the east wall, which is about 10 feet up that you would have to climb up. Y'all think about that. Arietty and Ceniza, what do we got?
I got a thank you. Sorry, I have a kitten now. She's an absolute terror. So just gonna put her down there and see how long she lasts.
You got
Anyway, so I got a dirty 20.
A dirty 20. Okay.
Okay. Wonderful.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was listening specifically for like location in terms of how far away we are from the waves and stuff. But that's what I was doing.
Okay, so you wanted to be focused more on the sound. Okay, so perfect. Arietty, you
I was looking specifically at the
rock. Yeah. So this is the glowing rock is, for lack of a better term, a outcropping node of, say, like glowing quartz. It appears to be, right? So it does appear to be different from the coral and the stone wall, but it is natural. You know, it wasn't like someone didn't just put it there. It is, like, to get it out, you would have to, sit there and like chop it out. It's almost like the inside of a geode. You know how, like, you open a geode and, like, it's like regular rock, and then you have, like, the crystal formation? That's what it looks like. Which, Trygve, the glowing blue rock, that's also the way it looks to you as well.
Okay. Geode crystal.
Yeah. And it looks to be like a phosphorescent type situation. And that's what you get from that. Ceniza. Sorry, this is your cat. Ceniza, you listen, and you hear with that. It sounds like the waves. It sounds like you're within like 50 to 100 feet of where the waves would be. You would have to continue further into the cave though, to access that. Anything else, you two?
I think I'm good. I would share that with Arietty and say, we're getting close to the wavy noises, but if we go that way, it seems like we're downhill, and that seems like, we're on a bit of a time clock here, before it starts to make us, die. So we should not do that. I don't want to freak you out. It's fine. We're fine. We're fine.
Okay.
But not for long.
Okay.
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 All right, Trygve and Pocketknife. What would you all like to do?
You said there were, like, the waves sounded closer here as well, right?
Right. It sounds like the waves are coming from the southwest opening that I described.
Can I see if I can actually see the water and figure out the tide?
Sure.
Yeah, I think I am also very curious about the sunlight coming from that door.
Sure.
So to pop our heads round to see if we are like, where's that sunlight coming from, and how is this cave not already flooded?
Sure.
It was a storm or sort of a dying storm when we went down here. So I don't know. I mean, it could be just daylight, but like, it's actual sunlight. That would mean that
I'm guessing there's some sort of magical water barrier that's stopping the water from getting in, and that's where the sunlight's coming from.
Okay, so just to clarify, you all would have to cross you all would have to cross the grotto to get to that opening.
Yeah, we might want to get the others.
I think
it might be a good idea to stay together, as the risk of flooding seems high.
I will. How far away would they be from us right now?
Down the other end of the other corridor.
I mean, literally, yeah. You literally turn around and you can you look, down the corridor, and you can see the two of them having like a science family moment. They're like, venture, yeah.
And otherwise, I was gonna message them, but like message spell. But if I can see them, I will let you just call them over.
Okay.
I'd rather be like, you found anything?
So, Arietty and Ceniza, you do hear Trygve calling from the other side. Have you found anything? Found anything? Found anything? Shh, waves, echoes.
Yeah, waves are that way.
The waves are also this way. Perhaps it'd be best if we stay together. There is a large grotto here that Trygve and I believe is worth investigating.
And this way is down, like further down.
Yes. So what?
Well, that's what I'm saying to them. I'm letting them know that it goes down.
Okay.
Instead of up.
Maybe we should first figure out if this place is going to flood before we go down in some hole.
Right.
So I guess.
So, Arietty and Ceniza, do you want to go down to where Trygve and...
So,
okay.
After that, right, knowing that there's like sunlight and a grotto and stuff over there, I think we would head in that direction to go together.
Cool.
Yep, works for me.
All right. So you all trudge down the hallway, boom, 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 through the snake hallway, through the snake corridor, boom, into the into the south hallway, boom, boom. You go 15 feet, and you enter this grotto that Trygve and Pocketknife have found. Do you need me to describe the grotto again, or? Okay. All right. Cool. So yes, there is what appears to be an opening in the southwest. It appears to be like 10 foot in diameter. Same type of situation. It appears to be naturally made, and you do see that further down that this hole. This entrance, whatever you want to call it, it does appear that there's sunlight is filtering in.
Is the sunlight wavy? As if coming through water?
No. It appears to be sunlight.
But like, is it like so not like daylight, like actual sunshine? Well, when we were up, there was like a storm going on.
So as if so the sunlight appears as if it's it has that like the sunlight coming through a window type situation.
Yeah. Okay. That would have mean either the weather has cleared or this is some fuckery. Yeah, I was looking for the waves if I can find them and figure out the tide.
So to get to the waves, you are going to have to go through this. And actually, you do see that this 10-foot opening does lead into another hallway that extends 5, 10, 15, 20, extends 20 feet to the southwest, and you see as it goes down, it kind of opens up, and at the very end, you do see the blinding whiteness of sunlight and the outdoors. I don't know if you've ever been in a type of situation where like you've been in a cave and you've come out into the sunlight and it's like just bright white. That's what meets you at the end of this hallway.
Outside.
But it does sound like the waves are coming from out there.
Okay, so where we were in the house,
Mm-hmm.
we were on the top of a cliff.
Mm-hmm.
How far up was this cliff, and was there a beach below it?
No one checked the cliffs, so.
I might have before I arrived at the house, before you knocked me out.
I'm going to say that the orcs got you before you were able to get there. For reasons you will find out.
Okay. Okay. Well, I guess I would like just very slowly walk towards, but not like I am like watching my step actively, so not like that there's going to be a drop down.
Right.
Like,
Well, like I said, currently, on if you're walking normally with the ground, you'll be fine. It's if you want to do like a hurried movement, that's when you would have to.
Yeah, no,
to
it's more
do
just like
steps.
because we only see like bright light at the end, and I
Yeah.
don't know if it's like
A
that
sheer
and then
drop.
it's
Gotcha.
sheer drop down. So like I want to
Gotcha.
just watch
Okay.
my step and make sure that I'm yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna follow as well,
Okay.
because I think we're trying to figure out the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Arietty and Ceniza.
Thoughts, Alice?
What was that?
I said thoughts, Alice.
I don't know. I guess we're gonna go to the light. I'm not. Yeah.
So like
Yeah. I'm gonna go check it out.
Okay.
Yep, me too.
All right. So as you all proceed closer to the opening, you get that situation that your eyes start to adjust, and yes, you do see the ocean, right? And as you get to the end of this hallway, yes, this is a cave entrance. All right, you do find yourself on the seashore. Hang on one second. Blah 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 blah. So in this cave entrance, it's very rocky, with jagged hunks of coral and volcanic rock jutting up from the very coarse sand, almost rock-like sand. The waves crash violently against the rocks, covering everything in a very slick sea spray. You hear the sounds of seabirds break through the thunderous waves, the thunder sounds of the waves. Looking up, you see the sheer cliffside that goes up a good 80 feet. What would you all like to do?
Okay, so we heard waves from the other side as well.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's the other side of the cliff, right? So we're on like a little bit of an outcrop of land that makes up this cliff, and this passageway runs through both sides of it.
Well, it could be a subterranean ocean because it was going down into more waves.
Why don't you give me perception? Oh, go ahead, Ceniza. Ceniza, yes.
I say specifically, can I look up at the sky and what the weather's like?
Sure.
that's also
So so the sky is clear. You do see the dark clouds, and the rain band is literally like 100 feet that way. Which, Ceniza, that's normal for you. And anyone that's been down in the South United States or on the Caribbean islands, you know that is a very natural occurrence where, like, all of a sudden this, like, rain band just kind of, like, sweeps through and then just kind of, like, pushes out. And you could literally be standing and look to your right and, like, you see the rain band over there. So for you all from Galarian, that's strange. But for Ceniza, that's just the normal occurrence of the way things go. Why don't you all give me perception checks?
Got a 15.
A 15? Okay. However you want to perceive the things around you. If you want to look more... Okay.
I think, importantly as well,
Nice.
I would also quite like to check if I can tell if the tide is going
Yes.
in or out.
I'm also checking that. But I also rolled horribly. I rolled this time a 4, so it's a 9. No, wait, visual. That's even an 8.
Okay,
This
so...
dice is not working anymore.
Pocketknife, you said you rolled a 15?
15.
Okay. Arietty?
That's a nat 20 for me, so 26.
Oh, shit.
I'm
Ceniza?
doing really well today.
27 without a nat 20.
No!
No, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I
Did you
didn't
roll
mean
an
to steal it.
18?
I rolled a 19.
Oh, 19.
Yeah.
Okay. So... Trygve. So you see... You see pretty much everything I've described for you. You do see, I will give you, because you technically didn't meet the DC of the check. So what I will give you is that when... You've never seen this before from coming from where you're from, but when the waves come in, it seems like they come really far and really hard in, and they crash up on the rocks and just just like National Geographic's waves.
Yeah, okay.
But then when the waves push out, it seems like they go like really far.
Okay.
It's if the waves, if there wasn't such a frequency of the waves coming in and out, you would almost be able to walk like a quarter mile out onto the seafloor.
Yeah, okay. So, but it's not. So like, whenever the waves come in, like the whole beach is covered. So there's
Yes.
no, like line you can discern. Okay, here's the
Yeah,
side or whatever.
yeah. There are some rocks that you can climb on, but they are slick and they are jagged.
Yeah, no, I was literally just looking for the tide, but if
Yeah.
they cover the whole beach every time,
Yep.
I guess if not knowing anything else, we would assume that's a high tide. But obviously he doesn't know, so.
Right. I will give you, though, that kind of on the rocks you do see like crabs skittering, but you also do see the glint of stuff like shipwrecked stuff or maybe other debris that is getting caught up in these rocks as the waves come through. Pocketknife, with your 15, you look up, and for 30 feet going straight up the cliffside, you see that the cliff is clear of any debris, and it appears to be the same ocean rock, as it were. After that 30-foot line, you start seeing like vegetation on the cliffside, and kind of like the Cliffs of Dover type situation where there's like little inlets where like there's some shrubs sticking out, or there's like inlets where some seabirds are roosted and like flying and gliding off of. With your 15, you are able to figure out that first 30 feet where it's clear that's the water line. So the tide is currently out.
And is it going out or is it coming in?
You didn't roll high enough.
Someone else did, for sure.
So
Be sure to share that information or we're fucked.
So Ceniza and Arietty, you get the same information that I gave to Pocketknife. You get the same information that I gave to Trygve. You both are able to ascertain that right now it is what's known as slack tide. It's that time in between tides. And you... Ceniza, because you got one higher, because you're a local, you're able to ascertain that when the tide starts switching, the tide is going to start coming in. And the two of you are also, you look to the north, and you see another cave entrance to the north. It is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70. It's about 80 feet to the north. Same on the side of the cliff. Which again, I will give the two of you that is where you were hearing the waves where you were at.
It's a nice day out, guys. Sun's back.
You're muted. Callum, you're muted.
I was talking to myself.
Oh,
I think
okay.
I understand the complexity of this. I think. I'm trying to build out a map of what the fuck this is. So, if I wanted to go the same direction as the corridor that we originally were in, we'd go back into the grotto, and that hole that's 10 feet up is going in the same direction as that corridor.
Yes.
Great. But we are going to be at a time limit of nature.
I mean, information has not been shared yet, so...
No, I don't. No, I think it's high tide right now.
Right, yeah. Trygve, you're just like, wow, that's a crazy tide going.
Yeah.
Woo!
I don't come from a place near the sea. I don't know.
Arietty, Ceniza, you want to share any information? You want to give any information?
No.
Okay. In character, no, because I don't think it actually matters to Ceniza. Out of character, no, because I think it's funnier if I don't. So I'm kind of tied here.
No,
but I'll
it's
happily
fine.
support if someone else decides to say something. I'm not gonna lie.
Well-
Here's a crucial question as context. The elevator that Ceniza came down on went back up.
Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
it did.
Oh yeah.
So the only way of us getting back up is to find another way.
It had the panel next to it.
It did have
Panel,
a panel, yeah.
You can always climb.
Oh.
You can always climb the 80-foot sheer cliff.
If you want to roll climbing, that's great.
I mean, to be fair, I've got +7 acrobatics. I don't know.
Right? I'm thinking, I'm like, I could make it halfway up and then fall to my death. You know, it'd be fine.
Yeah.
We're still early on. We can roll new characters. It's fine.
Right? Oh, that's
I'm already dead, so what do I care?
Sorry, did Arietty want to share any information? Sorry to interrupt.
I want a clarification from
Sure.
the DM.
Yes, that's me.
Yes, that's you. So I am able to tell that it's slack tide. And am I
Yes.
able to tell that at high tide it is 30 feet up?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I would be able to surmise that, you know, the tide will be coming in shortly.
Yeah. Yes, I will give you that surmisation. Surmisation.
Okay, great. So with all of this information, right, there's going to be a little bit of brain overload, right? Then I'm just going to turn kind of slowly and be like, well, at high tide, the water's all the way up there.
Right.
The caves would be flooded at the same time, Trygve, in case you're not
I
keeping up.
understand that. I just didn't know what. Right.
We should not be in there when that happens. Just
No!
I don't know what you guys do where you're
understand
from,
that.
but like
Yeah,
we
no.
typically here don't like to be
No.
underwater too much, unless you're one of the underwater people. But they're weird,
Well,
so you know.
we could turn back and head back to the elevator, or we could try to climb this sheer cliff. Well, it's not sheer. It's nice and it's textured, so there would be ways of climbing up. However, if we wanted to investigate the further in, there is that 10-foot high up corridor in the grotto.
Ceniza, roll me a percentile die, please.
Ooh, a percentile?
But
Don't mind if
I don't know how long we have until the tide comes in.
It's also my
61.
61.
Perfect. Is anybody looking at the water?
I guess
Yeah.
when
No.
I guess when Arietty would have mentioned like like that's going up, he absolutely would have looked back and like check, like sort of like to make sort of the calculation of like how high that would be.
Okay, so Trygve. So everyone else is looking up, right, and is discussing like, you know, well, the when the tide comes in, it's up there, and blah blah blah. So as you look, you know, and then you like casually look back, coming up from the water, you see this huge claw first emerge, right, as a wave starts to pull back, and you see this giant crab, like fiddler configuration, like it climbs up on the rock, and it is like 10 feet away from you. Currently, its back is towards you, and you see that it's doing the crab thing where it's kind of like going through like the debris that's up on the rock, right?
So
and
what
like
was
so. I need everyone to give me a stealth roll really quick.
Even if we are unaware of its existence, would we make the stealth check? Or would we make it like disadvantage?
So you can choose to fail, but because Trygve's going, everyone shh!
Yeah, it's
I'm allowing you to make...
Okay.
Come on. Seriously? My rules are shit today, because that's 15.
14.
I've not been rolling higher than a 10 today. It's really sad. On different die.
25.
14.
Okay.
Have fun fighting a crab, you
Okay.
fucking...
So 14, Ceniza, what'd you get?
14.
14, 14,
15.
15,
25.
25. All making me do math. Oh my god.
The average.
14 plus 14 plus 15 plus
20.
25.
It's like
Okay.
19/20.
Woo! So, you all collectively, like, shut your mouths, and you all do, like, the slow head look to see this crab, this giant crab, its back is to you, and it looks like it's, like, picking up the things from, you know, from the rock debris, and it's, like, doing the crab thing where it's, like, you know, right? And it takes a step back to within like 5 feet of you all, right? However, it has not noticed you all. What would we like to do?
my god.
How far are we from like the
It's vision
entrance?
based on diagonal movement.
So you're within like 8 feet from the entrance, right?
Okay.
But the problem is this: the cave entrance is big enough for the crab to fit into,
Oh, fuck's sake.
right? And it
Is
wouldn't.
it big enough to fit in the other entrance of the cave?
No, I was gonna say, if you remember when I described the southwest passage, it opened up like that. So as you go back in, it does get smaller. So about halfway, you would be able the crab would not be able to reach to get to you.
I guess that maybe we go and check out that 10-foot hole after all.
I think that's a possibility that we go through that entrance. But if we want to explore further, and it gets into the grotto before us, it will cut us off.
Mm-hmm.
Do people want to retreat? I think I got a 25. Am I able to do this very quietly? this
Yes. So using our exploration initiative, I would like everyone to, if you want to retreat and if you want to try to be stealthy, I would like now individual stealth rolls from each person.
I mean, I'm bottom of the initiative, so
Okay, phew.
I do want to retreat. So let me. Okay, come on, don't fuck me over again, please. Okay, it is.
Ceniza, what'd you get? So explain. Ceniza, explain, please, por favor.
Okay, so we're like 8 feet from the cave entrance, right? Ceniza froze in like true spooky goblin kind of thing. It goes, I don't think crabs have ears, guys.
Roll initiative.
Sorry, everyone. Sorry.
As the crab turns around.
Now I'm rolling back.
Okay, but I got a natural 20 for 27.
Right. So, would you like to use that as your... I'll give you two choices. If you want to use that as your initiative, I will allow you to use that as your initiative. Or, if on your turn, you want to use that as your action to stealth and escape, you can do that.
Hold it, let me figure out what Pocketknife would do. Would Pocketknife leave these 3 people to die?
Probably.
I mean, I've been nice to you, but I also have been trying to... My objective is to go back with that book and get paid.
Right. Arietty, what did you roll?
For my initiative?
Yes.
Not for my stealth. Okay, my initiative is 16.
16. Ceniza, what'd you roll?
I rolled a 2, so that's a 10.
Wow. Oh, that's right. Our
Trygve,
perception-
what'd you roll?
23. We're getting somewhere.
Okay.
For the slightest of moments, Pocketknife considers booking it
Okay.
and leaving these buggers behind.
Okay.
But I will use it as my initiative. And
Okay.
since I rolled stealth, I can do stealth stuff
Okay.
for
Cool.
my initiative bonus.
All right. Okay, so that does bring us to combat initiative. Pocketknife, you are up first. This crab has turned around and is now facing you all.
So, for notice, this creature will have flat-footed against my attacks.
Okay.
I don't know what that means.
Yep.
Against flat. Okay, I get a 1d6 bonus to flat-footed enemies. There we go. That's what that does. Yeah, I am going to. While it's distracted by the other 3, go round it in some way that my movement allows, and I'm going to strike it with my rapier. What is that in actions? I couldn't tell you.
Okay, so you have, it's a 3-action economy. A movement is an action. If it's a straight attack, it's an action. And unless you on your character sheet it says otherwise, you would have one more action to do something else.
And it can't be an attack again.
It can, but the attack will be at disadvantage. The attack, you will impose a negative on the second attack.
Okay.
And just to put this out there, in Pathfinder, not everything has attack of opportunity. Only very limited things have attacks of opportunity. So you can walk up to something, bop it, and walk away. Right.
Okay. Yeah, I walk. Let's see how the first attack goes. That would be 16 for that attack roll.
Okay, because you're catching it flat-footed, you do hit.
Cool. And then I roll damage, which will be 2d6 because of my ability to attack flat-footed enemies. 13 damage, that is.
Okay. You do notice that as your rapier hits the chitinous shell of this crab, that not as much shell stuff came off as you had hoped. As if this thing has resistance to certain attacks.
Does it have resistance to piercing?
Yes.
Fuck.
Oh no.
So great news, guys. I've only got piercing weapons.
Oh no.
Shit.
Okay, you have one action left. What would you like to do?
You can still do damage with it, just less.
Well, yeah, that's true.
So your second attack is going to be at a -5 to hit.
Oh. Well, it's still flat-footed, so it makes sense to try again, because ultimately its defense, if I don't hit this, if I don't go for this, I lose a d6 of damage that I might hit. So the chances are that this is the best move, mechanically. Character-wise, probably not. So that's 15 plus 7 minus 5, which takes me up to 17.
Okay, that does that will hit again. Just to let you know, its flat-footed AC is 16. Normal AC is 19.
Okay. Cool.
Just to make it easy for everyone. I normally won't give ACs like that, but just...
That's only a 10, which is probably like 5 of resistance.
Okay, so... Your rapier hits. Not as much damage goes through as you would have liked. So now it is the crab's turn.
It will no longer be flat-footed this turn then,
Okay.
because it's only flat-footed until it acts on the same turn that I have my first turn.
A creature that the giant crab can see targets the crab. So, as a reaction to you targeting the crab with an attack, pocket knife, the giant crab scuttles on its side, or turns to its side and scuttles, giving it +2 to its AC against the next attack that you attack it with. So, and with that, since you're the only one that attacked it, I need a dexterity saving throws. It tries to grab you.
Lovely.
It's a
Reflex. Yes, reflex. I'm sorry, reflex.
Yes, cool. I've got high in that. 19.
Okay. So its big fiddler arm comes down and tries to grab you and constrict you, but it misses. As it does, though, you hear that, like, the ominous clack of the claw connect, the chitin, hitting chitin.
I think I jumped through and backflipped.
Okay, so you jump through. Okay, cool. All right.
And just watch it mid-air clamp and go, that was almost me.
Cool. And with that, this crab actually moves to about 10 feet away from you all, and it does the crab thing where it sticks its claws up, and it gets up on its legs, and it's like clack 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 clack, trying to intimidate you. So go ahead and give me a save versus intimidation. So that is not will.
Check.
That be
Yes, will. Yes. So give me a will save. Everyone. Everyone. Yep. Everyone.
18.
17.
27. That's a natural 20.
Okay,
27.
so everyone is not intimidated by this crab.
Yay.
Just looks ridiculous.
It just, yeah, and it's doing that like crab thing where it's like. So, next is Trygve.
Yeah, so I use one action to move. I want to move in a way that I can hit it in a line without hitting anyone else. And I'm considering, I think, just, Pocketknife out and the rest still near the entrance, that should be doable.
It is, and so to clarify, it has moved 10 feet away from you all towards the water.
Okay.
So that's easily done. My big question for you is, on your move, which way are you heading? Are you heading into the cave, towards the crab?
I guess along the cliff wall. I just need to have a clear line towards it, and if anything gets in that line, that will get hit.
Okay. You have a clear line to it. That's not an issue.
Okay. So then I'm gonna cast Grim Tendril. So what you see is they mutter an incantation, and there's almost like shadowy worms sort of crawling under their hands, and then they sort of flick it out, and there's these tendrils that come from their hands, and it has to make a fortitude save.
Okay. Uh, 21.
Okay, so it succeeds, but it takes half negative damage and no persistent bleed. So let me roll. So that's 7. So it's 7. So it takes what, 3 or 4 damage? What is it? Negative damage. I don't know which one it would be. I think it's the lower from memory.
Yes, if it's a half damage thing, it would be low. Round it down.
So only 3 negative damage.
Okay. And so you had your movement, you had your spell.
That spell was 2 actions. So
okay, all right. So there you go. You do notice that when your spell hits it, thematically, it kind of and it's kind of, it looks like it's holding its claws a little lower,
Yeah, this is a
You know.
necromancy spell. I don't know if that does anything.
Yeah, no, but you can tell you can tell it hurt it.
Yeah.
You can tell it hurt it, and it's not looking like it wants to be there.
Okay. So it looks like it might flee or it's
Yeah,
trying to
yes.
get away.
Yes,
okay.
yes,
I
yes.
think if unless that costs an action, I think Trygve will try and relay that to the others and say like.
Yeah, you can
like,
communicate.
trying to- yeah.
Yep. You can communicate as free.
Yeah. Okay. To make them aware that maybe just letting it go might fix the problem.
Got it.
But yeah, that was it.
Okay. So Arietty, this crab is 10 feet away from you all, 10 feet in the water, or in the shoreline. So you would have to move towards it if you wanted to attack it, or you do have the cavern entrance that's right there that you can retreat back into, or if you wanted to try to run down the cliff, or the base of the cliff, you can go that way. Those are your choices right now, or you can try climbing the cliff.
Anything else to say?
No, that's it.
Okay. I kept trying to talk. Just every time I took a breath to start, you had something else to say. Okay. So since Trygve has indicated that maybe leaving it alone is probably the best, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one action to move my movement speed towards the mouth of the cavern.
Okay.
And then it's 2 actions to prepare to like. So what I want to do is, if the crab comes within striking range, I would like to flurry of blows.
Okay, you got it. So the trigger is if it comes within range, you will reaction is you will flurry of blows.
Yes.
Got it. Okay, cool. Yeah, so you are able to make your movement into the cavern entrance. And you're sitting there prepped.
Yeah.
Ceniza, what would you like to do?
Okay, I did my homework, and I now know how my action economy works. So, here we go. So first off, I'm going to use one of my features of devise a stratagem, which is for my class. So I can assess a foe's weaknesses in combat and use them to formulate a plan of attack against your enemy. So I choose a creature I can see and roll a d20, which I then use for stuff in a bit. But before I do that, I also have the other thing, which is known weaknesses. So whenever I devise a stratagem, I can also attempt to recall knowledge as a part of that action. So for my first action in combat, I'm going to devise a stratagem and recall knowledge. So I would like to recall knowledge about the physiology of giant crabs in this area.
Okay.
Throw that dice around.
Give me a nature check real quick.
Okay. Wait. Skills. Could I make a case for my regional lore instead?
Yes, I will accept that.
Okay, fantastic. Yay! Okay, so that is a 17.
Okay.
Which the only way that this actually matters is if it's a critical success. Well, I guess actually any knowledge would be helpful. So I can roll to 17.
So the giant crabs in the area, they're not aggressive. They're scavengers. They will attack if surprised types of, normal animal stuff. The big thing that you remember is that they are vulnerable when they're prone. So if you do flip them over, it's easier to
Got it.
to hack through them.
Cool. I will share that with everyone and say, don't forget, it's a crab, so it's got a soft underbelly. So if we're gonna do that, do that. But also, we could probably just leave it alone. Okay. So, for the other part of my divisive stratagem, I rolled my d20. I rolled a 16, which I'm going to keep. The only way I can use that is for my first strike against an opponent per turn, or like per round of combat. So, I did that, and then, do I want to hit it, is the question.
It is, it is 10 feet away. You would have to move towards it to engage it.
Unless I had a ranged weapon.
Unless you had a ranged weapon, yes.
Which I do.
Okay.
Because I'm paranoid when it comes to role-playing games. So, what I think instead I'm going to do, so that was all one action, I'm going to use an action to back up
Okay.
to Arietty's location.
Okay. All right.
And then for my final action, I'm going to interact, and I'm going to pull what looks like a very, very big like piece of driftwood. Oh no, you know what it looks like? I'm gonna pull like a big like clay die, or like a fist of clay that I'm gonna hold in two hands. And I'm gonna pull it out from somewhere, and I'm just gonna hold onto it and like raise it above my head. Like
Okay.
this.
All right,
I'm not
cool.
gonna do anything else, but that is my turn.
Okay, cool. All right. Pocketknife, we are back to you.
It's still 10 feet away.
Yes, it
Towards
is.
the water?
It is 10 feet away towards the water.
Fuck this. Pocketknife is going to spend all three actions to move back into the cave system.
Okay. So with all three of your actions, you are able to
90 feet.
Yeah, in essence, beat feet back into the grotto. And the crab, it is now the crab's turn. The crab, seeing all of you backing up, you see it slowly start to like back way into the waves, and finally as like one big wave crashes over it, you see it stops taking that intimidating posture, and it disappears back into the water. So that's that. Pocketknife has ran into the grotto. What would the rest of you like to do?
Not running, but definitely retreating into the grotto.
Okay. Oh, actually, because Pocketknife, you did move with
You want a dex check?
urgency. I need a dex check. Yes, please.
Could I add my acrobatics bonus?
Of course, I will
Or
accept that.
athletics? It's up to you.
Your choice, good sir. Your choice.
Yeah, absolutely acrobatics. I'm parkouring through this corridor. That would be a 26.
Perfect. So you are able to. Not only are you able to run back into the grotto, but when you stop, you anime slide.
I do the Akira slide, but just me.
Exactly. Yeah. Gotcha. Okay. So let's just so Trygve. Yes. So Trygve, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna move back. I'm looking at my sheet because there's things that I might have happened, but I don't know. I don't think so. There's like something about triggers and stuff in this,
Yep.
but I used to have that down, and then it's been a while, but I don't think it happens. So
Okay.
I'm just gonna go back into the grotto.
Okay. All right.
But I'm not gonna rush. I mean, like seeing that this crap is just going away.
Yeah.
There's no. But I do want to look at the water now, knowing what a high tide is supposed to be like. Has it in that few minutes changed at all?
Give me a perception check and then hold on to it. I'll come back to you.
Yes.
Arietty, what would you like to do?
I will just go further into the cavern.
Okay, okay. So you, in essence, you head back in the grotto, and you see Pocketknife do a cool anime slide Akira turn.
Cool.
And Ceniza.
I'm gonna put away that giant hunk of clay, and also just follow Arietty, kind of keeping an eye on the amount of water inside the grotto right now. If there's like any standing water or any indication that we can use for future reference points.
Okay. So Arietty and Ceniza, I will give you that. Currently, there's no water in the grotto. Not that it's dry. It's just there's no new water.
Pools of water.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no water running. However, Trygve, go ahead and give me your perception check.
That was a 14.
14. You do think that the water, in the time that y'all were standing out there, that the water did come up a little bit. And we're gonna pause here. We're gonna take a 5-minute break. So everyone, go get some water, go get some snacks, and we'll see you in algún momento. Okay? All right.
Me tiene loco en la cabeza cuando me tocas. Siento que todo está bien, pero en verdad yo no sé si tú lo sientes también. Entonces quiero saber por qué desde que te vi yo vivo diferente. No me importa a mí lo que dice la gente, porque tú siempre la prendes candela. Te quiero a mi lado toda la vida, mi nena. La mano pegada y los pies en la arena. Pase lo que pase, baby, vale la pena. Ay, baby, yo te quiero. Es mentira todo lo que te dijeron. Sabes que mi amor por ti es verdadero. Yo te soy fiel, nena, yo te soy sincero. Juro que yo hago de todo pa' ti. Como rábame todo de ti. Y yo te doy todo de mí. Hay mujeres de todo pa' mí. Juro que yo hago de todo pa' ti. Como rábame todo de ti. Y yo te doy todo de mí. Hay mujeres de todo pa' mí. Desde que te vi yo vivo diferente. No me importa a mí lo que dice la gente, porque tú siempre la prendes candela. Te quiero a mi lado toda la vida, mi nena. La mano pegada y los pies en la arena. Pase lo que pase, baby, vale la pena. Yo no sé cómo lo hace, baby, déjame ser el que te complace. En mi mente corriendo base, me quedo contigo, pase lo que pase. Baby, espero que me ames, me tiene volando en el cielo como las aves. Ey, en el Pambinanes, lo buen sueño el debo, ya lo sabes. Juro que yo hago de todo pa' ti, como rábame todo de ti. Y yo te doy todo de mí, hay mujeres de todo pa' mí. Nena loca, me tiene loco en la cabeza cuando me tocas. Siento que todo está bien, pero en verdad yo no sé si tú lo sientes también. Entonces quiero saber por qué desde que te vi yo vivo diferente. No me importa a mí lo que dice la gente, porque tú siempre la prendes candela. Te quiero a mi lado toda la vida, mi nena. La mano pegada y los pies en la arena. Pase lo que pase, baby, vale la pena, porque tú siempre la prendes candela. Te quiero a mi lado toda la vida, mi nena. La mano pegada y los pies en la arena. Pase lo que pase, baby, vale la pena. Nena loca, me tiene loco en la cabeza cuando me tocas. Siento que todo está bien, pero en verdad yo no si tú lo sientes también. Entonces quiero saber por qué desde que te vi yo vivo diferente. No me importa a mí lo que dice la gente, porque tú siempre la prendes candela. Te quiero a mi lado toda la vida, mi nena. La mano pegada y los pies en la arena. Pase lo que pase, baby, vale la pena. Ay, baby, yo te quiero. Es mentira todo lo que te dijeron. Sabes que mi amor por ti es verdadero. Yo te soy fiel, nena, yo te soy sincero. Juro que yo hago de todo pa' ti. Como rábame todo de ti. Y yo te doy todo de mí. Hay mujeres de todo pa' mí. Juro que yo hago de todo pa' ti. Como rábame todo de ti. Y yo te doy todo de mí. Hay mujeres de todo pa' mí. Desde que te vi yo vivo diferente. No me importa a mí lo que dice la gente, porque tú siempre la prendes candela. Te quiero a mi lado toda la vida, mi nena. La mano pegada y los pies en la arena. Pase lo que pase, baby, vale la pena. Yo no sé cómo lo hace, baby, déjame ser el que te complace. En mi mente corriendo base, me quedo contigo, pase lo que pase. Baby, espero que me ames, me tiene volando en el cielo como las aves. Ey, en el Pambinanes, lo buen sueño el debo ya lo sabe. Juro que yo hago de todo pa' ti, como rábame todo de ti. Y yo te doy todo de mí, hay mujeres de todo pa' mí. Nena loca, me tiene loco en la cabeza cuando me tocas. Siento que todo está bien, pero en verdad yo no sé si tú lo sientes también. Entonces quiero saber por qué desde que te vi yo vivo diferente. No me importa a mí lo que dice la gente, porque tú siempre la prendes candela. Te quiero a mi lado toda la vida, mi nena. La mano pegada y los pies en la arena. Pase lo que pase, baby, vale la pena, porque tú siempre la prendes candela. Te quiero a mi lado toda la vida, mi nena. La mano pegada y los pies en la arena. Pase lo que pase, baby, vale la pena. Nena loca, me tiene loco en la cabeza cuando me tocas. Siento que todo está bien, pero en verdad yo no sé si tú lo sientes también. Entonces quiero saber por qué desde que te vi yo vivo diferente. No me importa a mí lo que dice la gente, porque tú siempre la prendes candela. Te quiero a mi lado toda la vida, mi nena. La mano pegada y los pies en la arena. Pase lo que pase, baby, vale la pena. Ay, baby, yo te quiero. Es mentira todo lo que te dijeron. Sabes que mi amor por ti es verdadero. Yo te soy fiel, nena, yo te soy sincero. Juro que yo hago de todo pa' ti, como rábame todo de ti. Y yo te doy todo de mí. Hay mujeres de todo pa' mí. Juro que yo hago de todo pa' ti, como rábame todo de ti. Y yo te doy todo de mí. Hay mujeres de todo pa' mí. Desde que te vi yo vivo diferente. No me importa a mí lo que dice la gente, porque tú siempre la prendes candela. Te quiero a mi lado toda la vida, mi nena. La mano pegada y los pies en la arena. Pase lo que pase, baby, vale la pena. Yo no sé cómo lo hace, baby, déjame ser el que te complace. En mi mente corriendo base, me quedo contigo, pase lo que pase. Baby, espero que me ames, me tiene...
Okay, we are back. Hopefully we didn't lose anybody. we just if you're just tuning in, you just missed some great crab combat. But yeah, everyone is back in the grotto. So currently, as I had explained, the grotto is. Hello. Okay, so the grotto is 25 feet wide by 20 feet long, in a rounded shape type situation. The ceiling is 15 feet up. You do have these two rock formations, one in the center, one towards the eastern wall that are 5 feet tall. The 10-foot opening in the southwest, which you all just came from, so you do know that is the coastline out there. And then there is on the eastern wall. Hang on, let me go to that. Line it up. So yeah, on the eastern wall, you do see that there is another entrance, another hallway, cave hallway entrance, but it is 10 feet up on the wall, so you would have to climb up, or you can go back north through the hallway that you came from.
I think 10 feet is like, what, 3 meters? That's not very high.
I have a grappling hook and rope.
Okay.
Would that assist in the roll, or
Yes.
is that just flavor?
No, it will assist in the roll. It will make the DC check. It will lower the DC check.
Cool. Everyone has arrived into the grotto with me. Now, I'm not one for pushing my luck, because I don't believe in luck. I believe in skill.
Oh, I hope this fails. Now I just hope this.
Just go ahead and make a ranged attack to get the grappling hook to hook onto something.
Okay, so that's a dex check. Cool. 17.
Perfect. You are able to hook onto something up top. You can't really see what, but you pull back and you got the grappling hook on nice and taut. So going off of...
I will be...
Yep, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I will continue to explore. If anyone would like to join me, you're free to use the rope.
I mean, otherwise this cave will flood, so I don't think there's much of a choice, is there?
You could go back to the elevator.
No. I think we've gone this far now. Alright, I'll also, after Pocketknife is gone, I'll try and get...
Okay. Hang on one second. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna drop back into exploration initiatives. So Pocketknife has set a grappling hook and rope up to that hole. So Ceniza, technically you're first. What would you like to do?
Look at Arietty. Actually, I haven't climbed up the thing yet. Can I, just for efficiency's sake, can I do some brain math as to how long we have before the tide
Sure.
comes in?
Give me a nature check.
Cool. That's a 1 again.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's like a 8 total? That's an 8.
All right.
But it's a 1.
Because of the crab coming in and messing with your day, you weren't really able to get a good gauge as to how long you all have.
Can I just say I actually don't actually care? Like, I don't think it's a problem. Can that just be the
Yeah.
the
Of
canon
course.
moving forward for that
Yep.
sweet failure? Cool, awesome.
Yep.
Then I'm gonna climb up the rope. Not a care in the world. What could possibly go wrong?
Okay, you climb
Oh,
up
no.
the rope. Arietty, you're next. Your mic's off.
I shouldn't.
There you go.
shouldn't.
Yay! You plug back in.
I didn't. Okay, sure. Um, so, with like every fiber of her being wants to like go check out that panel in the elevator room, but like it's a bad idea to go by herself, and that means going the dark, scary hallway. So, fine, I guess. She'll climb up the rope into the that hole, I guess.
Okay. So, all right. So you, yeah. I forgot. Ceniza, give me a climb check. Arietty, give me a climb check.
Yeah, that's what that noise was for.
And then Pocketknife, you can go ahead and give me a climb check because you already said that you wanted to climb up. And then Trygve.
I also want to climb up.
Okay.
Can I argue that because I literally used to be an acrobat, that I can use my acrobatics instead
Oh, of course.
athletics?
Yes, I will allow that. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I think I also might get something.
25.
There's balance. There's not a thing in this, right? Because
For right now, no.
no, okay, because I had
Because you got the rope and the grappling hook, you're good to go.
Are we climbing up this grappling hook one at a time, or are we doing it at the same time?
No, it's one at a time. So
When
and
I get up, I look down, see Trygve,
I got a 23.
okay,
and I pull the rope up.
okay, all right. Give me a strength check then. Pocketknife, give me a strength check.
This is before Trygve grabs the rope, was
Okay.
the idea.
Oh,
I see.
I
Okay.
see.
Okay.
I see. So I want the both of you to give me opposing rolls, and you can add your so roll a d20, and then
Yeah.
you can add your
I get
Pocketknife.
I guess.
Pocketknife. I want you to add your strength bonus and Trygve your reflex dexterity bonus.
You've got that. I've only got an 8.
I got a natural 19 plus like 7, so like.
So Trygve, you feel the rope start to get pulled up,
Yeah, I just.
and you grab onto it, and you're, yeah.
I think they just give Pocketknife a look, but don't really say anything. Just more, just a look. And I
I'm
think
just
that
trying
looks
to
so
help
good.
you up, dear.
I'm sure you would. And start to
So-
climb up. Very, very. What did I say? It had 23 for my acrobatics, so
Okay,
very
yep.
Easily climbs up.
Yep. So it actually sounds like everyone is able to scurry up the rope.
No.
Oh, okay. Arietty, what'd you roll?
I rolled an 8.
An 8. Okay.
It's a
And
2 plus
Sne-
my lovely 6.
Ceniza, what'd you roll?
I got an 11.
An 11. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So the reason why you guys kind of botched up is because Pocketknife kind of yanked the rope, and y'all weren't prepared. Ceniza, you are still able to climb up. You actually climb halfway up with that 11. Okay, and then Arietty, you are still, because the rope was pulled, you weren't able to get a good hold, so you're still at the base. A thunderous crash is heard and you feel the pressure of air pushing in on all of you as a big wave comes through that southwest entrance, and water starts to fill into the grotto. But it's it's very fluid, and as the wave goes out, some of the water does recede back. However, you do your fears are confirmed that it does look like the tide is starting to come in. Ceniza and Arietty, just give me quick checks again to climb the rope. Ceniza?
So,
Oh no.
Alice,
This
how'd
is
you
with
do?
the rope to help.
I rolled 50% better than last time. Okay, so I rolled a 3 this time, and I add 6, and that's a 9.
Okay, cool.
You getting that one again, Connor?
No, I got a 2.
Okay.
I have an
okay.
idea, though. I think I know how we can save this.
Okay.
Can
If
I
you'll let
also
me.
Oh no, you're good. Sorry.
I think Ceniza's gonna look down at Arietty and go, "That's me," and just let go.
Okay, I'm going to allow it if Arietty's okay with that.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
All right, so Arietty catches Ceniza, and as you catch Ceniza, another wave comes crashing in. This wave actually makes it up to you all and kind of like pushes you against the wall. So that, Arietty, that is why you have botched this climb check.
And like a cat, like with water. Ceniza's just like on your shoulders, going, "We should go to the elevator. We should go to the elevator. We should go to the elevator. Please, 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 please."
I have no qualms with this. That's where I want to go. So,
Okay.
oh god, I'm gonna do that. I'll be like, well,
Yeah.
let's go. With
fun.
Ceniza on my shoulders, we're gonna book it
So scary.
for the elevator.
Okay. I need a interesting. I need then from Arietty, as another wave comes crashing in, the water is now about. You're a halfling, aren't you?
I am a halfling. I am 3.5 feet tall.
I'm also small.
So
Not
as
think
you
this through.
as you turn, the water, another wave comes crashing in, and now, where for a normal humanoid the water would be up to like their knees, the water is like up to your waist, Arietty. And I need either a strength check or a dexterity, acrobatics, reflex check as the force of this wave to see if you can get any movement going.
Okay. Okay, that'll do it. That would be a 26.
Okay. So you are 20 feet away from the hallway going towards the elevator, and the rope is right there. And the water's coming in, and it's already up to your waist. What would you like to do? And Ceniza's on your shoulders. Do you want to continue going to the hallway to the elevator?
Yeah, that's what.
Okay.
I
So
don't think climbing the rope is gonna save us.
okay.
Do you know what I mean?
You can't
Like,
magic them to fly, can you?
I can't. I was looking.
So you move. You are able to move with your normal movement. So your normal movement speed is what?
Well, for some reason, it's not on my character sheet. So.
Okay.
Or I haven't figured out where it is, and I wrote it on my character sheet. Oh, look, I found speed, and no, I didn't write it.
Oh.
I think it's might be 20 feet. Let me look.
25 maybe.
Yeah, I think we're both
I think
25.
it's 25. So you are able to,
25.
with that dex check, you are able to 5, 10, 15. So you are able to make it up to the hallway to the north and into the hallway, heading back to the snake hallway. The water is also in the hallway as.
I have a question because as a monk, I'm not wearing armor, so it does say that I get a plus 10 to my movement speed.
Okay, so then you are actually with that plus 10. We're going to say that you are able to make it to the hole in the wall. Right. So you are about to enter the snake hallway again. You do see that water is coming in not only from the grotto but also from the north tunnel as well. Water is coming in. Yeah. This is going to be interesting. All right, so Pocketknife and Trygve. You see Arietty and Ceniza scuttle into the northern hallway and disappear up into the northern hallway. You all are 10 feet up. You all are able to see that the grotto is starting to fill with water as waves start come crashing in. You do see the entrance from the southwest that y'all came in. That is where of course the waves are coming through, and as the waves come in, they make a very spectacular crash into the cave, and then it recedes out. But you do see that there's water is filling the grotto. Also in this 10-foot let's call it ledge, you feel heat, a lot of heat. As you look to, in essence, your right, you look to the east, and you see that there is what appears to be a river of lava.
Okay.
That is flowing south. You see that this river of lava is only about 5 feet wide, and then it's rock on the other side, so you could jump across. And on the other side, you do see what appears to be rock, more of this sea, the sea rock. Although it's a little bit different, it does look like when lava rock is cooled by ocean water, right? You see there's a 5 foot by 5 foot patch that you can jump to, and the above that 5 foot patch there, the walls kind of slope up, or not the wall, but the flooring kind of slopes up 10 feet, 10 feet up more, and at the top of that, you see this what appears to be like a humanoid except they appear to be made of like magma, and they're sitting there, kind of watching the they're watching the magma, the lava flow, right? Because you see that the lava flow from where you're at, you see that it's flowing from north to south, and you see that this individual is like sitting there watching the lava flow. You see it has what appears to be a hang on 1 second. He appears to have, or they appear to have, 3 amphoras. So those like those Greek jars, right? That all appear to be made of pumice, not clay. And you see that it's drinking from one, and it has 2 others like laying next to it, and you see it like has this rock in its hand, and it keeps taking the rock and like pointing it towards the lava and going like this to the lava.
Like a sort of like a blessing, kind of. Or
Sure.
Okay, hang on.
Right, okay. What's the physics of this? Because if this cave fills with water, it will get to this point as well. And the lava can't exist alongside the water.
Or can it?
Also, is this fantasy lava so we don't instantly burn up by standing next to it?
No. So you do notice that you will have to make a check, but it is hot. It is hot. Currently, where you're standing, you don't have to make a check, but as you get closer, you are going to have to make a check.
So if we want to go...
Oh, sorry, go ahead. No, go ahead.
If we want to go up, that's where the lava man stands,
Sitting, yes.
sitting. But we could also follow the flow of the river, lava river.
There is not currently where you are. The only place you could go is jumping across the lava, because the lava is flowing into a lava tube that's only big enough to
Fit the lava.
fit the lava.
So we can either jump across
Yep.
and keep going,
Yep.
or we could go up.
Jumping
Always up and
up
across the same thing.
up and across are the same thing. You have to jump across first to go up.
Has this person seen us? And also, is there like, can I get like a vibe check? Like, do they seem like just
Yeah.
chilling?
So
Or-
go ahead and give me an insight check.
We have that? I don't think that.
Or a
Is that diplomacy or society? No, what is that? I can also just do a perception check and see.
sure, give me a perception check. And if you have a charisma bonus, you can add that to the perception check.
Do I? Oh, I do. Oh wait, what's this? Oh, haha. That is not. Well, 15.
15. Okay. So this individual is sitting there, and it looks like it's waiting for something.
Okay, just waiting.
Just like waiting, but it just like constantly is taking this rock and like going like this, and then taking a swig.
Yeah, so he would try and get its attention because it doesn't seem threatening. It just seems to be doing something. And if anything, if this person knows this cavern, maybe they know for a way out. So I guess Trygve would just try and just wave to get its attention.
Okay. So as you wave to get its attention, it does look at you and says, my telenovelas are starting! So we're going to switch back to Ceniza and Arietty. You are at the hole to go into the snake cave. Water is coming in. What would you all like to do?
So earlier when you were describing this tunnel,
Yeah.
you said that there were holes in the walls.
Yes.
Was that only the 2 entryways before the broken bits? Or were there like literal holes in the walls leading up to it?
There were, so you had the snake tunnel that you were in.
Right.
You had rubble, which was blocking you, and at that rubble, that is where the holes in the snake tunnel wall were. And then
Got
you had
it.
the hallway
Okay.
going north, and then the hallway going south. So it was like a T intersection type situation.
Got it. Okay.
And then
Cool.
to get to the elevator, you have to go back into the snake tunnel and back in the room to the
Right.
to that panel.
Okay. How much water is in this tunnel?
For you all, or for Arietty, since you're still on Arietty's shoulders, it is up like belly button.
Okay. Then Ceniza's gonna jump off of your shoulders, Arietty, into the water, and kind of like pull up the cloak and be like, "All right, let's go."
Okay.
And start dramatically wading back down the snake tunnel towards the elevator.
Okay. So you all are able to get down back to the room. It is starting to become more difficult to walk because of all the water that is in. But unless there's anything else you want to do, you are able to make it into the room and over to where the hole in the ceiling that the lift thing came down, and the panel that's on the wall. Going back to Pocketknife and Trygve. So Pocketknife and Trygve. Sir Trygve. My telenovelas are starting. Okay. Now you see he drops the rock, right? And he like takes the jar, and he's just now like he's watching the two of you as if you are a TV show.
Or a theater, the kind of something entertaining. He's just.
Yeah.
I think they were just gonna be confused and look at Pocketknife for a second, like, excuse me?
Are you not here to entertain me?
No.
I'm waiting for my.
I always aim to entertain.
Okay. Go ahead and give me like a charisma check, diplomacy check, some sort of performance check, however you want to approach this.
Both of us, or just Pocketknife?
Well, I've got a 0 in performance, but a +3 in diplomacy. So
Whoever-
or +3 in deception.
Okay.
So I think I'm lying.
So whoever wants to talk to this guy, to this this individual. Go ahead. What were you gonna say, Trygve?
No, I just I feel like we're both trying to communicate with.
Yeah.
Only just taking different approaches.
Yep.
A 16.
That's a 22.
Okay. All right. So what, Pocketknife? What are you gonna say to this individual?
If you seek entertainment, currently, as you can see, the water is rising and we need to get out. So, if there is a way to leave this way safely, would it not be fun to watch us try?
And then Trygve, what do you say to him?
I think hearing that, Turkish is like, yes, we are lost. We are looking for a way out.
Oh, you're not here to watch the telenovelas with me. It is telenovela time. That is a shame.
I do not know what that is.
But the telenovelas, it is the entertainment. I thought you were the entertainment. You are not the entertainment. But you are not here to watch the entertainment?
Wait, do you expect people to come here? Did you?
Every now and then I stare at the lava, and and he picks up the rock again, which is kind of like rectangular, almost looking like a remote control. He's like, I click my rock, and things happen, and it entertains me. However, apparently you all are not here for entertainment.
No, we are lost, and we are trying to get out before the water will drown us.
Okay, well, and so he points. As I said, he's at like the top of this hill type thing. He points to the north, to his right, and you see that there is a bridge, that a stone bridge that crosses a waterfall of lava, and on the other side of that bridge is a doorway. Okay. And he's like, "Oh, you just need to go across the bridge, but I will tell you that it is not a nice bridge. That bridge, it only comes like when the water comes and it cools down some of the lava, so it's if you know what I mean. So you need to be very careful on the bridge."
Is the bridge hot?
No, it's not hot. I mean, the lava is hot, sí, pero no, the bridge is not hot.
Well, thank you for this fantastic information. I will attempt my very best to make this entertaining for you.
What is your name?
Oh, my name is Boromir. I am a Volakin.
I would like to make my way across, jumping.
Okay.
As if an acrobat.
Okay, so go ahead and give me an acrobatics check.
In attempting to be entertaining for this.
Okay.
Lava man.
Okay.
$20.
Okay. Trygve?
I'm following suit, but I feel like he was gonna just go across, like jump across normally, and I guess sees Pocketknife and it's like, fine, and we'll do similar things. I'll also roll acrobatics. That is 18.
Okay.
If we do like a synchronized routine as we jump
Well, you would
from bit to bit, trying to make it a way up.
Sure, if you all want to plan that out. Like, do you want to? How would you go about doing that?
I think it's just about like jumping from place to place, but like throwing a few flips in as we do it, or like kind of mirroring each other. So like it's just like if we jump up, if there's two ways to go, we both like go woof, woof together.
Yeah.
Okay. So you all do this synchronized bit, and you make it over the lava river to the other side. Hold that thought. Arietty and Ceniza, you make it to the panel. You do see, just like on the panel on the lift, you do see that one of the snakes is not facing the other snake. What would you like to do?
Turn it.
Make him kiss.
You turn the snake so it faces, and you do hear rumbling coming from the hole in the ceiling, and whoosh, air kind of getting pushed down. A few moments later, you do see the lift is descending down. Going back to Trygve and Pocketknife, Boilermere is ecstatic, right? And he's like cheering you on, right? And he's like, that was very good. I am very entertained. So you have made it across. What would the two of you like to do?
I guess check the bridge.
Okay, so you all go up and you go to check the bridge.
Tell him you're muted.
Right, so while you go and check the bridge, Pocketknife goes up to Boilermere and is like, "So, do you receive your entertainment for free?"
To which he's like, "Oh no, you are very correct, senor." And he reaches and he hands you one of the jars.
Okay. What is in the jar?
Do you ask him? Are you asking? Okay. So you look in the jar. The jar, as I said, is made out of pumice. And it has a stone stopper inside of it, right? Do you uncork it?
Yeah.
Okay. So the pumice on the outside feels normal, right? As soon as you uncork it, you actually feel like coolness emanating up from inside the jar. To which Boilermere is like, "That is my coquito. It is very refreshing."
This is liquid drink.
It is coquito.
Cool. I put the thing back on.
All right, and,
Right,
and he's
yeah.
like, "Hey," and he swigs from his
How
jar.
big is it? Is it like the size of me, or is it?
It's sizable, so it's like yay big and like yay wide with the two handles.
And it's got two. I'm gonna take the two handles and I'm gonna wrap some rope around it and wear it like a backpack.
Okay. He's like, "You enjoy that coquito, okay? It is good. I made it. It's good." Oh, and if you go back to the town, the big town with all those sheeps and all that is new, look for my primo Ernesto, and bring him some of that coquito. He will be very, very, very happy that you bring it to him.
What was the name? Sorry.
Ernesto.
Ernesto,
Yep.
who is also a lava person like yourself.
He's Vorlaken, see.
Cool.
Trygve, you go to inspect the bridge. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
I need to stop using this light. 17.
17. All right. So you do see that the bridge is not... It's not the most sturdy. To cross it, you are going to have to use caution. It actually... what was your roll? What was your perception roll again?
17.
17. You actually feel that taking that grappling hook and or maybe attaching like a rope to the other side and utilizing a rope to assist you in crossing the bridge might be a smart idea.
Okay. Yeah. Making the assessment, they would look at Pocketknife. I think who is in this moment putting like a jug on there or the thing on their back, and
Yep.
I think he just sort of looks at them like confused for a second, but kind of used to it at this point that whatever Pocketknife does is just a bit weird sometimes. We'll turn to them and be like, you grab the hook and the rope.
Yes.
Okay, I think the best course of action would be to get it across the bridge and use that. The bridge looks a little bit unstable.
Right. Well, I was using a little. How long's the bridge?
The bridge is 10 feet.
Okay, I take 10 feet of the rope that I'm not using to wrap this bank. Well, I use like 12 feet of it, so it's got some like, so I can tie it.
Mm-hmm.
So I tie one end to something on this side,
Right.
and I'm gonna attempt to throw the other end onto something on the other end.
Okay. So go ahead and give me a ranged attack.
I think that's a 21.
All right. So the grappling hook does hook onto a outcropping of coral on the other side, or outcropping of lava rock, pumice on the other side, and it is
Cool.
nice and taut. Go ahead if you're going to start. Think about how you want to cross the bridge, and let me go back to Arietty and Ceniza. So the lift comes down, and it splooshes into the water. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna kind of swim on top of it.
Okay.
Yep, samesies.
Okay. So the two of you, because you're both small, you're able to fit comfortably on the lift. And after a few moments, you hear a loud click, as the lift starts to float back up through the hole in the ceiling, and you all start going back up to the gazebo. Pocketknife and Arietty.
How tall are we
That's
talking?
Trygve. Pocketknife and Trygve, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
How taut are we talking this rope?
How what?
How taut?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Pretty taut. Pretty good. You got it in nice and secure.
I will attempt to tightrope walk
I was gonna
across
say the same
rope.
thing. Because it's literally, yeah.
Okay.
I'm glad we both had the same idea. I didn't know that
because-
Trygve was that chaotic.
They come from a circus. They literally are an acrobat. So that's literally the one thing that they could think of.
Okay.
They feel like they might have a chance at, because they know how to, or they used to do stuff like that.
Fair.
And
Go-
also I have a thing called steady balance, which means that if I get a success, I get a critical success instead.
Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and make your acrobatics rolls.
If I fail this, I'm dead. Ooh, yes.
21.
20.
Suffice to say that is a success.
So, critical
So
success.
for you, it's a critical success. So Trygve, please explain how does
Well-
Trygve do this?
So Trygve originally, in the circus, was just a regular acrobat. Usually do like what's it called, trapeze or whatever
Yep.
it's
Yep.
called in English. And they used to do stuff like that, or like flips. But also, their brother is a tightrope walker, and there's been instances where he was sick and he had to fill in.
Right.
So you see them take a second to sort of like recall everything that goes into it, and just sort of first carefully puts like a foot down, and then sort of focus, and then a few steps in you see like they got it, and just casually sort of walk across
Nice.
to the other
Okay.
side.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I got a 20. I got a 24.
Okay. So it's a success. I would imagine not as much flourish as Trygve, but you are able to solidly, cross the on a tightrope. And as the two of you cross over the lava, you hear Boilermere, "Hey, that was fantastico! Oh my god, that was so good! Oh, hey! Make sure you look for the snake door on your left hand side." And as he says that, you see a from the door, from the entrance that you all came through, some sea spray kind of like shoot in, and as it meets the lava, you hear the right. To which Boilermere's like, "Oh," and if you care to watch, he kind of collects the second. He caps the first jar, collects the second jar, takes the rock in his hand, right? Walks over to the lava, the river, and just kind of like plops in and like rides it like a lazy river down into
I
the
love
lava
that.
plume.
I think Trygve would just leave wave that. Thank you.
Yeah, de nada.
I love that so much.
I take my vote back and I start looking for that snake door.
Okay. So with that 21 that you rolled earlier, you are able to see that about 10 feet in on the left-hand side, there is a secret door. So it's kind of like natural cave wall, door, natural cave wall type situation. However, the door is covered by a bunch of spider webs. So,
Okay.
Trygve, you do magic. Do the magic.
God.
going back to Arietty and Ceniza, you all ride the lift back up, and you are in the gazebo again. It is a nice clear day at the top of the cliff. What would you all like to do?
I would like to take a moment and appreciate the disparity between our harrowing adventure of almost drowning in dark subterranean caverns and then circus performers. Like, the cuts between the two is just exactly what I live for. I love it. But yeah, I think Ceniza is definitely going to catch breath and like over stuff for a moment.
Arietty?
Yeah. Just gonna kind of like once everything, I'm gonna like jump off once it like right settles back in, and I'm just gonna stand on a solid ground that I know is not going to move, and just take several moments, right, to gather myself or to gather herself and. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. All right. Yes.
I have one other thing I'd like to do to, again, try and put us back where the plot is happening.
Yeah.
So knowing like the layout of the cave system, right? And then knowing how cliffside caves work in the area, can I try and figure out where geographically these two were going to end up, to see if there's like we can search in a more specific area, if there's like another entrance where air has to come in to be able to like, you know, because if the water fills up in the caves, right, then that blocks off the only chance that that there's airflow going in, and usually you've got some kind of upper thing on top of the cliff where, or somewhere else where airflow is going to go in to alleviate that pressure. So can I
give me an investigation check?
Yeah. Cool. Again, can I use my lore for regional stuff?
Yes, you may.
Cool. So that is a 24.
24. Okay. So, as you're catching your breath and your mind is racing over your knowledge of the area, and you did do like a perimeter sweep, right? You do remember that out in the jungle, like to the north, to the northeast, you and Lazarus did find a cenote, that went down, and you, as you're catching your breath, you kind of like walk over to the edge of the cliff and you look, and being so far up, you are able to see both cavern entrances, right? And you do see that the tide is coming in, and it's coming in hard. You are able to postulate that there are two ways that they could come up, either by the lift, right? And again, you know, piecing everything together, you're able to kind of like roughly figure out like where they are, either by the lift or climbing up the cenote. So that would be the two ways that they would come up. So going back to Pocketknife and Trygve.
Yeah, I think as Pocketknife says that, like, oh, you know, do the magic, they just sort of like look really annoyed and just, I guess, prestidigitation from the cobwebs away. So you see this, just like they raise a hand, do like a gesture, and sort of this mist of shadow sort of falls over the door, and I guess the cobwebs just.
Okay, cool. So as you are casting this, Pocketknife, I'm gonna give this to you because of that initial 21 search roll. So this doorway, as I said, it's about 10 feet into a longer hallway, right, on the left hand side, and at the end of this hallway you do see sunlight coming down. All right, this hallway, this hallway is from where you're at 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. It's about 40 feet down, right? And the walls are covered in spider webs. the walls and the ceiling covered in spider webs. But at the end of the hallway, you do see sunlight beaming down. And you also see, like, I don't know if you've ever seen pictures of the cenotes in, like, Mexico or Puerto Rico or in the Caribbean. But you see also long, like, vines and root systems, like, hanging down. And where the sunlight is, it appears to be like a circular area.
What's on the other side of the sunlight?
So from where you're standing in the hallway, you can't really see. You would have to cross the hallway at least halfway to see what is going on over there. But while you do all that, Trygve does clear the spider webs away from the door. So now you do have a snake door, do have a doorway with two snakes with two heads looking at each other like that.
Oh, right. Okay, I see. So,
right
so
there.
this is the other way.
So this is
that's the
down.
other way.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm here for snake doors.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, yeah, same. I wasn't gonna say here. I guess
like
that
the
one.
Are the jaws on the snakes different? And it's like
No,
can
they're both facing each other. You do. You are able to. How do you want to interact with this door to try to open it? You don't see any door handle or anything, and it is made of stone. It's made of the same type of stone that you saw in the hallway that you all came from.
I mean,
sorry.
Yeah. No, I think if considering that the sort of lift, if you just turned it, it just moves on its own. My guess is if you just turn these, the door will just open on its own. That's just, I guess, Trygve would just try and turn them, the snakes.
Okay, so Trygve, you go to you push the snakes, and they actually don't turn, but you do notice, like, as you push one, it goes in, and you push the other, and let me start again. You push one in, right? The door doesn't open. You push another one in, and as you push the other one in, the other snake comes up, and the door doesn't open. So you ascertain that you might have to push both snakes in to.
Yeah.
So
we work together to push them in.
Okay.
Yes.
So you push both snakes in, and the door.
Yeah, that's what it's hoping for.
Opens up, and as it does, you do see you do hear water start running from the lava cave that you came through. You hear a lot of, like, and you see there's a lot of steam, like, that is coming your way, and it's starting to get hotter, but you do see that water is now starting to, like, run, and it's, like, up to your ankles.
As we push the door open, Pocketknife is going to lean on the door and say, "Trygve, so do you hang around in caves a lot?" And then as the door opens, almost fall over because they're trying to look cool.
I think they were just like, now is not the time for jokes. I think we should go.
Okay. So Pocketknife, you fall into the room. Trygve, do you step in?
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
going in.
All right. So you all walk through the door, and you again find yourself in pitch black. Oh no, you have your. You
still got my torch.
You still have your torch. Yeah, you still have your torch.
Vision,
So, the torch illuminates a room. Again, the walls are carved like the entrance room that you all came in, and the hallway where it all looks like snake scales. However, this room is an oval shape. All right. You find 5 feet from the door that you come in, there is an altar and it is a sizable. It's a sizable altar. It's like 8 feet big, right? It's chunky. On the altar, you find bones of a serpent, but this serpent has wing bones as well. On the other side of this room, 5, 10, 15, is 20 feet long by, at its max, like I said, it's an oval, 15 feet diameter, right? On the other side of the room, you do see another, like a double set of doors.
Okay. Apart from the bones, is there anything valuable on this altar?
Treasure-wise, no. If you want to give me a perception, give me a perception check.
Uh, 22.
22. All right. So with a 22, Trygve, did you?
I'm not looking. First of all, I think as a magic user, I know that you should not take shit from altars. That's just usually a very bad idea. And I think they're just going for the door, and then perhaps seeing Pocketknife sort of stop and look, and just turn to them as like, no.
Okay. So Pocketknife, as you are looking around, you do see that, much like in the hallways, that relief carving is continued in here, and I will give you with that roll that it does look like it is a continuation of what was in the hallway, but in here you see that the reliefs, it shows these serpent people, and it shows these like 5-eyed tentacled things, and you see that they are where that one panel, if you remember, like all the way back at the entrance of the hallway, there was a dragon that cut the two worlds apart, and then in the hallway, on one side of the hall, it was Galarian, and the other side was different. In here, the two land masses are put back together, and in the reliefs, you see these snake humanoids and these 5-eyed tentacle things in poses of victory, and like sitting upon like piles of bones and skulls, piles of skulls I should say, piles of skulls, and you see like carvings of like dead dragons, and along with the altar that has the serpent bones on it with the wings, that is what you find.
So can I assume the thing that I'm looking at are dragon bones? Or is this something different to a dragon?
Give me a nature check.
Like 11.
Looks dragony to you.
Well, it sure looks like a dragon. Well, while I was looking for valuables, I wasn't going to take anything. That would be very disrespectful to this.
Oh, you know what respect means. That's interesting. Shall we
Dragon
go?
bones, those are.
Shall we go before we drown?
As water starts coming into the room.
And
I was
goes
up
to the
for,
door.
I was up for
That's
having a
right.
little bit of a dip today. I don't know about you.
And just shakes his head and just goes to the door and tries to open. Is it again
Okay.
snakes that you have to turn?
No, so this is actually like there's it's a double door and it's got handles. The doors actually pull in, and as you pull the doors open, I need you to give me a reflex check as the stones that were start falling in.
Wait, hang on.
Can I try and save Trygve?
You can roll to assist, so go ahead and give me a reflex check as well.
Reflex for me is 18.
29.
Wow.
29. All right. So, I mean, you I don't know how you all want to play it, but Trygve is successful in jumping out of the way of the rocks falling in when they open the door. So how?
Despite Trygve getting away,
Yep.
performatively,
Right.
Pocketknife jumps and catches them.
Okay. Sounds good.
They just
So
look very confused, like, I got it. It's fine. But thank you.
Takes a bit of hair from your face and goes, "Don't worry, I'm here to save you."
so
Right.
as y'all are having this moment, Trygve, when you did open the door, that the door was stopping the water from the other side from coming in. So now water does start flooding in both doorways.
We've made it back around to the original corridor.
Yes.
And the water has cleared the rubble.
Yes. Because the rubble was leaning up against the door.
Okay. So
We better start swimming.
So I need you know what? Give me Constitution checks because now with the force of the water and it's now like on humanoids. It's up to your like mid thigh, or give me strength checks or like
Fortitude.
fortitude.
yeah. Give me fortitude. Yeah, give me a fortitude check.
Second.
As y'all are now sloshing.
15.
23.
23 and 15. Okay. I'm assuming you're heading towards the lift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
All right. So you all are able to slosh to the lift, and you know, as you get to that room that you came in, you now feel the waves, like the water goes from mid thigh up to your belly button like that. And as you get closer to the lift, the water is now like up chest high, as just it's filling up. Because of the water, I need y'all to give me a perception check to see if you can see where the panel's at.
Is the right dice? Oh, okay. 23.
23. Okay.
Thank God. 12.
Okay.
With
So
my one eye.
Trygve, you are able to see the panel. You get over to you get over there. What do you want to do?
I just guess I get. I mean, is it like the panel like right next to it? Like we can stand on it and then reach for the panel and turn it, or do you have to like turn it and then jump back onto the lift?
So
You gotta wait for it to come down.
yeah, you gotta wait for the lift to come down.
Okay. I just immediately just want to see it. Just turn it.
So
and then
you-
look up and wait.
You turn it and you hear ka-kung, and you feel from the hole in the ceiling, the air pressure, you know, getting pushed down.
Yeah.
Ceniza and Arietty, you all hear the lift activating up in the where you're at in the gazebo. As a very, very tense few minutes pass, or minute, I should say, pass, as the water goes from chest up to like collar, right?
Good that we're tall.
Yeah, the lift comes down, and whereas before, like it, you know, got close to the ground before it splashed down in the water, it comes down into the room and then like splashes in the water and blah, 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 right. But you do see it is illuminated for your ease of access. So the only thing is, technically, only one person fits on it at a time.
Oh, if we just stand really close, can we just... Well, wait, but... I mean, Arietty and I get down at the same time, but Arietty is really small, obviously.
Yes.
But can we just, like, if we stand, like, chest to chest? Do we fit? Or back to back or whatever?
You know what? You acrobatic pair of acrobaticisms.
We'll be able to,
Give me
like-
an acrobatics check. Let's see if you can do this.
Come on. Okay. That's 21.
26.
All right. So the two of you are able to hop on and kind of like contort yourselves, right? And the lift starts to rise as the water like hits your chins. You float up, and then boom, up the tube, and Arietty and Ceniza, you see Trygve and Pocketknife appear
I'm alright.
up in the gazebo.
Hey, you're alive.
Yes.
Kind of getting out of the embrace that the two of them were in.
Yeah.
Just kind of pats you down and goes, "That was pleasant."
It just doesn't comment. just ignores that. But yeah, looks. I guess he would sort of look at the others to make sure that they're okay and unscathed. And
Yep.
yeah.
Everyone looks
that-
looks fine.
Was an adventure.
I'd rather not do that again.
Here, as a gift of being my companions for a small while, take the pot of whatever this is.
Take it. Right. Thanks.
You might want to go and give it to their
Ernest.
cousin, or whoever they were. I didn't understand the parlay.
Right.
And I'll see you around.
I'm assuming you are keeping the book.
What book?
I see. Well, we've got
Let's call this an exchange. I take the book. You get to remember me.
I would rather not. But... Alright. I've got pages, it's fine. We have proof that we've been here.
Yes.
Like, start sending kisses in the direction of as Pocketknife bows and walks away, sees that their shirt is quite wet, and looks back and goes, takes their shirt off and keeps walking.
So,
They're gonna die in that forest.
well, the funny thing is, with that dramatic and exit, y'all kind of like shrug and you exit the same way. So like
The same direction.
in the same direction, y'all are going the same way. So you know, and you're like in essence following each other. You all, Lazarus does hook up with you all again, and you are able to traverse through the area that you cut back to the main road, and then you all head back to Port Bakal. Do you want to hand now at Port Bakal, when you're at the main city, Pocketknife, you say, you know, you give your adieu and you disappear.
You followed me all the way here. You really do seem to be attracted to me. I'm so sorry, but I must leave.
Alright. Goodbye.
So Pocketknife does his exit part 2 and disappears.
Not awkward at all.
Not awkward at all. Do you all...
No. Pocketknife knew that you were going to have to follow. They did this all on purpose. They have, in action, flirted with all three of you at some point during this adventure.
It's very true. It's very true.
True.
That just seems to be their MO.
Did you all want to go to Carmen's first?
Yeah, probably, and just rest.
Okay.
And dry up and eat and stuff.
Okay. All right. Cool. So you all head to Carmen's, and that's where we will end the session and end today's game. So wonderful job, everybody.
Yeah.
Wonderful job.
We didn't die.
Everyone will achieve going back to Carmen's and resting. You attain level 2.
Yay!
So please level your characters accordingly. And everyone, thank you for watching. That was today's session of El Juego, a Pathfinder 2e campaign. Just a few announcements. Well, let my players do their announcements first, and then I will do some announcements. Arietty, do you have any parting words for us?
Thanks for being here. Thanks for having me. I'm out.
All right. Ceniza, breathe the cat on your shoulder. Oh my god.
Sorry. Just a moment ago, she fell asleep and rolled down my back a little bit and adjusted, and now she's sleeping again. Well, she's kind of sleeping. It's
fantastic.
Fine. My wife just walked in, so now she's distracted.
Fantastic.
Anyway, hi, I'm Connor. I've been playing Ceniza, the Anabagua investigator. You can find me over on Season 2 of Vibe Tribe Productions for some of our games there. We're getting ready for Season 3. I'm very excited. I cannot make any announcements, but I'm excited about Season 3 as well. Beyond that, if you know me, you know where I am on Instagram or to text me. And if you don't know me, that's fine. You don't need to. It's great. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Okay, bye.
Pocketknife, what do you got first?
Hello, I have been Callum and will continue to be Callum after this stream ends. You just won't see me anymore. Unless you find me on the internet at Theatre Callum everywhere. That's Callum with a K. I am finishing up my own campaign of Kids on Bikes next Wednesday. We've been playing for 8 episodes. You can find all previous episodes on the Misadventurers League YouTube channel. We have our final episode coming up, which is like a horror-based campaign.
Nice.
It's been very nice playing 2 sessions of Pathfinder. Good luck with your journeys without your lovely saver Pocketknife to be there to help you and also make your time more interesting. I have a podcast I need to go and edit that I've recorded and need to start doing. So that's a good thing to remember. Thank you everyone. Bye-bye.
And thank you, Callum, for jumping in. And we hope that we get to you get to join us again in 2024. So we will see. And finally, Trygve, what do you got for us?
Anna or Riley, whichever one you prefer. I use they them pronouns, and I'm definitely human. You can find me literally anywhere at Peculiar Planets. I'm on pretty much every social media at this point. I'm active on a lot of them. Other than that, I also am with the Misadventures League. I play on Saturdays. We play Teens in Space, which is very fun and chaotic so far. We play at 8 p.m. Central European Time. It's been really fun so far. Other than that, yeah, definitely check out Hell's Veil. Callum's doing a great job with that. If you, after that, on Wednesdays, want to watch something and you happen to know Dutch, I play with Dutch Dungeons on Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Central European Time. We play Dungeons & Dragons in Dutch, but I don't think a lot of the people here watching know any
I'm
Dutch,
learning
so.
Dutch.
You're learning Dutch? Oh, that's cool. Okay, well, maybe you can watch and like figure something out. But definitely
counter-programming.
I literally just said after Callum finishes, watch. Yeah, but
no, you don't. Unless you've watched all 8 episodes, Hell's Veil is going to make no sense.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, true, but there's still time to catch up on YouTube. All episodes are on YouTube right now, so if you just
skip the first 2 and just watch from episode 3 onwards. The first 2 aren't very good, but the rest is great.
Yeah, no, it's good. So I think that's everything I've got.
All right. Awesome. And I am the Nerdy Puerto Rican, and I do want to make the announcement that starting in January, this game will be moving over to the Vibe Tribe Productions YouTube channel, and we will be hosted by Vibe Tribe Productions. We're getting money, y'all! No, we're not getting money, but we're getting better production value. So you will be, starting in January, you will be able to find us, the live stream will be on the Vibe Tribe Productions YouTube channel. And then over on the Vibe Tribe Productions channels, we will be in podcast form and video on demand form. So that is starting in January. And that's all I got. from us to you, if happy holidays. We're at that time of year. Yeah. Hablamos luego, everyone. Take care.
Nena loca, me tiene loco en la cabeza cuando me tocas. Siento que todo está bien, pero en verdad